Microphone check, microphone check. Belgrade versus Fergus, getting ready here for Senior Day festivities.
Next we have Overhead Doors of Southwest Montana. AI or IA? Also in our UA division, the Gallatin Pet Getaway, coached by Colette Taylor. Next we have Kenyon Noble, coached by Clint Stubble. This evening is the team tied up.
All right, we're here with Mr. Bert Horsley on the pregame show. You know, our announcer, Mike Deming, he's out here doing for Senior Day, so we got to take over right now.
Yeah, he's got a senior Alexa Deming.
Next we had Overhead Doors of Southwest Montana, coached by Sheena Run.
Right now, Rick Phillips announcing some of our little leaguers here that are lining the infield right now before we get to recognizing our 6 seniors. I want to make sure I have our audio all fixed up right here before we start this.
We have Deneman Construction and Overhead Doors of Southwest Montana, coached
Bert, let's get a weather report here and also your attire.
Yeah, well, so I made a decision for flip-flops today, and it's a little chilly.
Yeah.
A little wet and chilly, so lesson learned.
Next we have Snapdragon Construction.
Audio good.
Audio's good.
Perfect.
Audio sounded good to me. Whoop. Also, we little new tradition. I don't know if I should say tradition because I don't know if we're going to do it again. But something we're going to do here is the girls recorded their senior farewell. So when Rick announces, you know, senior Ty Atwood's escorted by her parents, we're going to hit a recording that we have, and Ty is going to tell us about her favorite memory from high school and her future plans.
That's awesome.
So we'll hear that over the air,
That will be great.
as long as I can hit the right button. Sometimes I screw this stuff up.
Thank you all, our U14 teams. Now, we would like to introduce to you our seniors.
Excellent. And those girls
Here we go.
out there, this is one of our... Are we coming with the seniors now?
I think.
Okay.
Our first senior this evening is Ty Atwood. Ty is escorted this evening by her mom, Lucretia Callahan, her father, Ron Atwood, and Talon Monet.
I want to thank everyone who has always supported me throughout my whole softball career. Thank you so much. My favorite high school memory would be winning state my junior year and fellow teammate Alexa Deming sailing a throw over the first base dugout during practice. I plan on going to the Academy of Cosmetology in Bozeman in January of 2019.
So there you have it. There's Ty Atwood.
Just to make sure we do it right, we're going to try that one more time. Each of the girls have given a little audio display of their high school memory, and it was a little hard to hear that. So we're going to play Ty Atwood's once more time.
I want to thank everyone who has always supported me throughout my whole softball career. My favorite high school memory is winning the state my junior year and sailing a throw
That is senior Ty Atwood. let's listen to Alexa's favorite high school memory.
My favorite memory from high school softball was making the last out in the state championship game against Frenchtown. Coach always says not to celebrate too early, but there was definitely a smile on my face. I would like to thank my grandparents and parents for always coming and supporting me at my games. Also my coaches for giving me extra reps after practice when I need them, and just being a great coach, and especially my teammates for always having my back and supporting me through everything. Next year I plan to attend Montana State University and study pre-medicine.
Her brother, Coulter. Now, let's hear from Christy. Our next senior is Heather Gear. Heather is being escorted by her mom, Laura, and her father, Jim. Let's hear from Heather.
One of my favorite high school memories would have to be hitting my first Grand Slam on prom my senior year. Another one would be winning 2 state titles in less than 3 months. I would like to thank my parents for always supporting me on and off the field. You guys always made sure I had everything I needed and wanted. And you can tell this by how many tournament t-shirts I have. Thank you to my other seniors and to the rest of the team for always having my back. I love you guys like my own family. And finally, thank you to my parents for introducing me to the game I have loved for the last 14 years of my life. It truly has been a ride of a lifetime. One of my favorite
Heather's future plans are to attend Montana State University and to study business finance. Senior Heather Gear. Our next senior is Katie Hoppy. Katie is being escorted by her parents Aaron and Wayne, her siblings JD and Maggie, her grandma and granddad, her boyfriend Dale, Auntie Amber, Uncle Brian, Roman, Exton, and Natalie. And now, let's hear from Katie.
When I think back and sift of my memories of high school, softball has many, almost too many to list. Of course, embracing Little E after the final out in the state championship last year, knowing that we had captured the state title is on the top of my list, obviously. But when I think the thing that I will take with me after I walk off this field for the last time are the girls. The majority of these girls and I have been playing together since we were 7 years old. We have shed many tears of joy and frustration together. We have laughed, we have gritted our teeth after a tough loss, and we have grinned ear to ear after big wins. Those are the things that I can replay in my head over and over. Just knowing that there are some fantastic and upcoming players, I feel like this field and the Lady Panther softball program will be in good hands. And thank you to all of the coaches who have taken their time and efforts over the years to keep softball alive for all of us. My list of thank yous is seriously a mile long. If you have coached me, you have made a difference, and all of you know who you are. And thank you to my family for always supporting my softball addiction. Thank you to Matt Hoskins for literally holding my body together over this last season. The memories I have made here are absolutely unforgettable. I am happy to report that I will be staying close by as my next adventure takes me to HealthWorks Institute here in Bozeman, and I am planning on continuing my volunteer work with
favorite high school memories would be holding the state title with my team for the first time in Belgrade history. Another one would be hitting my first varsity home run my senior year. After high school, I'll be attending North Seattle Community College to study forensic psychology. I want to say thank you to my family for the endless support and for pushing me to be successful. My friends have always been there for me, and I want to thank you all for the unforgettable memories.
Senior, Presley Jacobson. Our last senior this evening is Kyla Rollins. Kyla is being escorted by her mom, Patty, her sister, Bree, her Austin, her sister, Autumn, and her second family consisting of Nicole, Arliss, and Kaylee Bowerly. Let's hear it from Kyla.
My favorite high school memory is winning state for the first time last year and our trip to Polson my sophomore year. My plans after high school is to spend the summer playing ball with Montana Avalanche, then to attend Walla Walla Community College in Washington to study criminology. I'm sad to say my high school career is coming to an end, but so excited for what is to come. Thank you all for the endless support.
Senior Kyla Rollins. Now, if we can have everybody crowd in to whom they're going to stay right there. We have the other families come down next to them so we can see you all there together. Oh, you're perfect, just like that. That's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, our class of 2018 seniors and their families.
I'll pull it.
You have begun here at Belgrade High School. Condition you are keeping ready. Those of you out in the infield, you are looking up to hopefully be one of these future families and in the future, and we're glad that you are part of our senior celebration this evening. Let's keep the tradition of Panther softball going strong. Come on, thank you all, seniors and your families, for 2018.
Yeah, you're good. You're good, man.
Hugs and tears are wiped away. We'll get the field cleaned up, and Fergus, if you will be able to take infield, and we'll get ready for tonight's.
Good evening. Welcome to Panther Live. The Panthers hosting Fergus tonight. I'm here with umpire extraordinaire Greg Pockel. Starting off the game, and Mr. Deming will be in a little while to fill in. What's your take on the game? Have you seen both teams play?
I have not. I have not seen Fergus yet this year. I've seen Belgrade plenty of times.
Yeah, they're pretty strong right now. Again, I don't know much about Fergus. I have not seen them play either, but I know Belgrade is in a good spot right now. What's your take on that?
I think they're good. I think, but again, Fergus is probably the best competition they'll have outside of the AA and the 2B teams that they play that are going to be at state, their state. But Fergus has come a long way. Coach Mike Mangold does really well with them and has worked hard, and you can see that they've flourished and have gotten better every year.
Well, we should be in for a good contest then tonight. Hopefully the weather will hold off. Keep that rain out of here. We'll be doing all right.
I gotta say, Mr. Phillips did say we were playing regardless of any weather that we encounter.
Well, it's a good thing we got some cover under here.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're expecting Mike Deming to be out here pretty soon. He was taking part of the senior day festivities. Unless he found a sheds that it's heated.
I think I see him coming out here.
I think he is headed
he
this
wouldn't
way.
miss this. He loves this.
Do you see him?
Yeah, he's headed this way. He'll be here in a second.
All right.
Of course, teams are just taking the field now to warm up, so it'll probably be about 10, 15 minutes
10, 15 minutes?
Game starts.
Gotcha. Well, were you saying that was conference competition or is all of single A competition?
Probably conference competition.
Gotcha.
Single A. I mean, but they'll be at state as well. I believe. I believe it'll be Belgrade and Fergus.
So 2 out of the Central.
I believe so. Isn't there 3? I think there's 3.
Is there 3?
3 out of the 4 because they take the 12 teams and then
Gotcha.
all the number ones get buys. four divisions.
Four divisions.
Three
that's
teams
correct.
out of each division. I
Yeah.
believe.
Will you be doing any officiating at state?
I
Or
don't know.
divisionals?
I haven't found out yet. I haven't.
Well, that comes from coach's recommendation, so 50-50 there, huh?
A little, yeah. There you go. Whichever one wins. But it also depends too on your location, where the tournament is. I think they kind of play that into it a little bit to try and save on some travel and things like that. But,
Gotcha.
No, I won't find out probably till next week.
Gotcha.
Mid next week.
Will you try to travel if you don't? If you don't officiate?
Yeah. Come and watch the girls, possibly. Or since BC is here in Belgrade,
yeah.
I might stick around and at least help until I find out, what time the championship game our Panthers are going to be in.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's I checked the bracket today. I will be traveling to Frenchtown for the state tournament.
Sure.
And it looks like there's a 1 o'clock championship game and a 3 o'clock game if needed.
Sure. On Sunday? Or on Saturday?
Yes.
Yep.
That's correct.
Okay.
Kind of competition beginning, I think, 1 p.m. Thursday, the 24th of May.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's always tough. I like the fact that we get a tournament here, other than the A. I mean, it's awesome at the A, but it's great to get the other tournaments here when we're not in them. But
Absolutely.
it's tough to man them when all your softball crew is somewhere else.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got our softball expert here, Mike Demings, back from the pregame show. Yeah, Bert, you're gonna give it up and take over the scoreboard, I
There
believe.
you go.
Is that right?
I'm on that. That's correct.
I can get out. I can leave.
Nope, you're good.
All right, here comes.
I don't necessarily like Mr. Deming, but that's all right.
You do.
Oh, welcome to the crowd. Yeah. Are we? Hey, Nate, are we live right now?
We're on. So how was it? I mean,
Well,
pretty emotional?
Yeah, the first one in basketball was a little bit harder because it's all these emotions that you don't know how to experience until you actually do it. I think there's a lot to be said about having experience in these events and activities, and I think that one was pretty tough. But this one was not as emotional, but definitely equally as important. And as you know, Greg, the passion our girls have had for softball is without any doubt.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
I was over here changing out of my umpire clothes and just hearing these scenes. I almost start crying.
Yeah,
because these girls are great, and it's just they're a fun bunch of girls.
Well, we've traveled so long, Greg. With Callista and the other girls, and I know Katie mentioned in her senior speech, she talked about for most of these girls they've been traveling and playing in tournaments since they were 7 years old, and I know we didn't start Alexa until I think 8, and then she started traveling in the U10s, and this group of seniors have spent a lot of time in the out of season playing softball. I mean, our summers for the last 6 years have been locked in. Yeah, locked in. 6 weekends. We knew our first 6 weekends were going to be somewhere, and actually for a family, for those families out there that are thinking about softball, what a great opportunity to get on the road, do some camping, see some parts of the states or even the country, and share some history. And
I just love the game though too.
Absolutely.
It's an awesome game, and it's fun, and it's just for these girls, and just to see how they improve, from one start of the season to the end. It's just wonderful. I love being out there, and it's just great to see.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard. So.
Can she get Bert in here?
No, he's too big of a guy to get him in.
We got a program. We need a couple programs.
But the game itself, I was a baseball guy growing up and never really been around softball. And then, we get this opportunity as a young child came home and said, Dad, I want to try this softball. And it's like, okay. And, I'll never forget Coach Patty Rollins, whose daughter's a senior, was our first coach. And she had all kinds of hitting practices going in her house, and it was a big commitment. But Alexa did that along with these other girls, and man, I can't be. There's no doubt this game has been great for my family and for these girls in general. I mean, you see the emotions up there with these girls. And it's a special group. Having 6 solid seniors that all contributing is a special group.
Yes, for sure.
So,
they are a good part of the team. Just good teammates, good people. And
they are
just awesome.
Yeah, and like I've said, I've in the broadcast and comparing a lot of people, but Dawson Fowler is an incredible role model that I think Belgrade boys basketball is going to experience a lot of positive things that Dawson brought to the team in terms of his leadership. And I'm not saying just basketball skills. I'm talking about being a good human being and treating people with respect and doing the right thing. And I think the guys, the younger guys, if they want to look up to him, and we're going to see that carry on. And I think that's equally same with the girls that we've had in the past couple of years at playing softball. These girls, they've played hard, they've practiced hard, they stuck together, and they've looked up to each other. And every year you have a group of girls that leave Belgrade, and you say, man, they are wonderful class act human beings. And, and as long as that tradition continues, I think then the bonus is just to win some ball games, which they've done really well as well. So
yes, no, that's awesome.
But I was down there in Fergus about a week ago, and it was kind of like the weather we have today. So these guys should be used to playing in this. We had a kind of a chilly, windy day, and then the rains came.
Always like that down in Fergus, so it always seems to be when we go there in the spring.
Yeah, and then the rains came, and the one inning where the rain really came was when we blew up. Our bats came alive, and we just completely dominated. We were at bat the entire time of the rainstorm. So, this is a solid team. And they've had some good games. I think I saw that they may have beaten Miles City the other night, which I think is either the 2 or the 3 seed in the East. And so they have they've been solid, but I think the Central A has been pretty wide open. I think we've played great, but I think after that, everybody else has kind of just beat each other up a little bit.
Sure. I'd have to say again, I think Fergus is a pretty experienced. I'd probably give them the nod, a favor behind us. I mean, or a bit close, but But again, anything can happen at these tournaments.
Yeah, I know Haver was able to get him early in the year in a pretty good game, but it really comes down to executing and getting the bats hot at the right time, and like any other game, getting hot is the key. So, but it looks like we're going to start all 6 seniors and
which again is not too surprising.
No, not at all. And like I said, it's a good group of girls to throw out there on the field, and the girls behind them are ready to roll as well. So it's a great opportunity. But I think Coach Neubauer and the coaching staff is going to start dialing it up here in the next week or two. Obviously, we're a week from divisional tournament, and I think Coach Neubauer and the staff, they know this is going to be let's get peaked up, and
yeah, because it's only a one game. It's like it's one way and one the other. I mean, it's win loss. It's
absolutely
not a. I don't think it's even a double elimination. I think it's the 2 winners play each other and the 2 losers play
I believe
each other.
so. I think you just have to win one game and you're in. Somehow 3 of the 4 teams from Central A is going in, and sometimes I like to compare conferences, and right now I think the Central A is right up there with anybody in terms of strength of a conference. You look what Fergus did to Frenchtown at their tournament. They beat them 5-1. I think Fergus has been competitive against the East. We haven't had a chance to play any of the Eastern schools. We know obviously we're going to have a good game coming up tomorrow if it's going to get the game in, but conferences, I think the Central A is stacked up to be a pretty solid conference. I think we can throw some teams out there at the state tournament, our 3 that are going to go, and I think they're going to make some noise.
Sure, and like I said, it's pretty tough though to judge. Like the East, we don't see the Miles Cities and the Glendives and those as much, and Sydney's. We don't see them, so we can't judge them as much. But.
Even as in travel softball, sometimes you can play these teams, but. I don't know if we've ever played a team out of Sydney or Glendive. I mean, I know even Miles City, we picked a girl up on the travel team last year as a nice player out of Miles City. But other than that, we're used to seeing the Polsons and the Frenchtowns and all the Missoula schools and the Butte schools. We're used to seeing them in our travel schedules. So, but it's going to be an exciting tournament. Hopefully the weather cooperates, and it's amazing how fast the season starts to go as soon as it geared up. I remember we were on short notice going to Polson, and next thing, and the next thing you know, it's go time. And so, but
it's good. They look prepared. Like I said, he gets them prepared, but can be improved. And always
Absolutely.
and step
Yeah.
up. And,
Yeah, you can always find something to improve upon it, but at some point, one of my basketball coaches always talks about you're going to dance with the girl you brought to the dance, or some saying like that. Coach Rossman would say. So at some point, we're gonna try to fix a few things and work on some things, but at some point, we're going to say, okay, this is who we are, and now let's just go play it and execute what we've been working on all year. I think it's. The one thing with us is we haven't been tested in a lot of games. We've played really well and we've won the close games, but we haven't had many close games this year.
No, and you've gone up again against those 2 AA schools. Those are probably 2 of the top, I'd say, top 5 or so pitchers in the state, especially AA. I mean,
absolutely.
So they went up. Wasn't quite prepared, I don't think, offensive-wise when going up against them, but they were still pretty good teams and pretty good players. So.
Yeah, I mean, we've like Butte High's pitcher's phenomenal,
yes.
and I think Helena Capital's pitchers are really good. I thought the girl out of Florence Carlton was exceptionally really well as well.
Okay.
So we faced some solid pitchers, but like you said, our bats weren't going early on. I think they are now, and so the one thing about the state tournament, the good teams are going to have a pretty good pitcher, and I know when we played Hamilton, we played them really well, but they didn't pitch their ace, and so I mean, there's a lot of variables that are still in play, and,
sure.
and you just never know when the bats are going to come alive, and when you can't. I compare that to basketball. I mean, you can do a lot all year long, but if you can't make a shot when the game counts, it's the way it works.
Yes.
So
yes, you can practice.
Yeah, you can practice, but sometimes they just don't fall. So, but. Our defense has been really good this year. We've had very few errors. The girls have really been tight with their defensive positioning and help.
Yes.
So.
And again, they learn and they come away. Again, it's just amazing, even as seniors or as varsity and experienced players, just to see how much more they learn from the start, and they pick up and go. It's just fun.
Yeah. But great crowd tonight for senior night. Cold, miserable, great crowd, and that's really nice to see. People come out and give some respect to these girls and the seniors especially. And in the weather, I'm glad the weather held off. It looked pretty ugly this morning. I know I was looking, thinking, are we going to get this game in? And it was like 88% chance of precip right now, and.
Had the tarp out, though.
Yeah, they had the tarp out. I'm glad I didn't have to roll that out or pick it up, so I'm glad they did that. So.
It was a great idea, and way to put it in by Coach Mike to put it in there and actually use it.
Yeah, it was nice. I know the girls put that on, and then I think they came over at lunchtime or something to put that. So. Yeah, you better take that. I'll have to hold the fort down. That's important.
Hello? I'm at the game. Live with Mike.
I know that Callista Pockle, great player the last couple of years for us, that called Greg and interrupted him. She should get on Panther Live and watch and criticize him, because we've criticized her as a bat. I know Dad has, and so she could get on and do a little criticizing right now on her own if she really wanted to.
For sure. Yeah, she goes 3 for 4. We talk about the 4.
Yeah, exactly.
But she's in there again. Speaking of summer ball and stuff, she's actually talking to a Fergus player's dad in there in the stands over there. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
That they played with last year.
Yeah, and about probably Colstead. Yeah, so.
She's a senior as well.
Yes, she is. That's right. She is a senior, and man, I tell you, she can hit it.
Yes.
I mean, she cranks that bat speed up. It can really go. So, that one thing about Fergus, they're going to see a different pitcher tonight. We threw Aaron the last game against them, so it looks like I believe Kaylee Bowerly is going to get the ball to start the game tonight. So it's going to be a different. It's going to be a different pitcher, so they'll see. And I'm not sure who they're going to come out and throw at us, but be a little bit different in the lineup here.
Again, and doing the JV game there, being behind the plate, it was they had 2 good solid pitchers. I think they're building. I think one was Macy, the Mangold, the coach's daughter, and then it was Jessica Morgan.
Yeah,
was the other pitcher, and they were solid.
Yeah, you know how important travel is, as you know. You know, the last couple of years, you've seen more and more of the Fergus teams that travel tournaments.
Sure.
Which, when we first started out a few years ago, you'd never see a Fergus team. And then I remember a couple of years ago, we saw them up in Great Falls. We started to see them around a little bit more. They're starting to play, and I think that's important for the development.
Well, again, it's competition. It just brings up your play and your what you need to do to win and stuff.
Absolutely.
It's a great deal.
So, but
I think they're at the plate meeting, and then we'll have our introductions and national anthem.
yeah, we could just go 6 seniors versus 6 seniors and see what happens on tonight. They have 6, we have 6. We could fill in with a few and see what happens.
Sure.
But yeah, I know the Butcher girl was. I don't know how she's done since we played her, but she was batting a pretty high average. I think she was about somewhere in the 560s, I believe, that I read in the paper. So, that's somebody that has been pretty good hitter for them. And like I said, I think Val is a really good hitter.
Sure.
And I thought Val did an unbelievable job at catcher. I didn't even know she did catch, but she was throwing some balls down to second and trying to throw out some of our girls on steals and from her knees, and I was pretty impressed. So
Yeah. I think she's in her catcher's gear again tonight too.
What are we doing next?
come on. Well, we just finished up the national anthem with Ren Rowe, a fabulous student at Belgrade High School. I believe she has a 4.0. She did a nice job performing the national anthem. I just mentioned as well that I actually sang in class today the song called Over There from World War I. I wasn't even as close as good as she was, Greg. But if you wanted to give it a try on Over There, we could cue that up for you at some time, Greg.
For what? Singing?
Yeah, it's called Over There.
No thanks.
Okay, maybe Callista will want to give it a hand at that song, or maybe Jay Lest. So.
Can I announce that? Do it. What? Yeah. What are we doing? Announce it. Yeah, here we go. I'm on now. Wait, no. Now I'm on. You guys hear me all right on there?
Yeah, I've got you.
All right. We have a special announcement here on Panther Live. Just got the call up from the NFHS network. The Panther Live crew will be covering the state championship Saturday up in Frenchtown. So we'll have the third place game, the championship game, and then the potential second championship game, the if necessary game. So hopefully the Panthers are there. Let's let them, get through tonight, next week's tournament, and obviously plenty of wins needed to get to that point. But the Panther Live crew is going to be on it. Mike Deming, we want you on the mic.
I'm on the mic.
Bert Horsley, we want you on the scoreboard. You're going to be up there?
On it.
All right.
Yep, we'll have the full crew, and what's great about that is our girls are. They still have to do some work to get to the state tournament, and so we won't overlook that fact. But No, I think I saw in the paper the other day, Greg, and I might be mistaken, but I believe I saw that Belgrade and Frenchtown have won something like 6 of the last 10 trophies or something. It didn't make any sense to me when I read it, but if they give 3 trophies out, or do they only give 2 out?
They give 3, don't they, to third place?
Yeah, I was wondering. I think they give a third. Yeah, they give a third place trophy. So I'm saying 10 years, that's 30 trophies, and so Belgrade's had. Well, they've been in. They've been in about 6 state championship games in the last few years, and
always, and have been in competition for third, fourth place at the minimum.
And Frenchtown, they had that run with Morgan Ray.
Yes,
they won 4 straight. She's had a tremendous career out at Ohio State. I saw just recently she went over 1,000 strikeouts for her career there. So she went right from Frenchtown to Ohio State and just not dropped anything.
She's their ace this year. Yes,
incredible pitcher. And so when they had her, they won 4 straight, and.
Then they had Lacey Willett.
Then they had Lacey Willett. Then they won it with Lacey Willett that next year. And then last year they were against us. And
there again, though. Again, I think as long as they've been in softball, they've made it to the state tournament no matter what level. I mean, I think they started at BC as well.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe. I believe they
15 again, where I read 15 or 13 years or whatever. They've made it every year to sit the state tournament and all that good stuff. It's an amazing program.
Yeah. I was wondering what kind of budget the Panther Live has, simply because I was wondering if they have like a heater or any. I was wondering maybe some more fundraising, possibly, Mr. Parsegian, to get some hand warmers or some sort of a heater.
That reminds me. We would love to have the Pockles and the Demings be our inaugural. You guys could be a silver members of
put
Panther
a sign
Live
on the table here.
Yeah.
Warmth by Pockle Deming clan. Yes. So
funny.
We have to get the props out to the camera crew.
Let's get the camera crew on here.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, introduce yourselves. Why don't you introduce yourselves on the microphone here. Yeah, this is Tanner. Tanner, tell him your name.
Tanner, hit me up.
Tanner.
Okay, Tanner whom?
Tanner Ibach.
Tanner Ibach, thank you for coming on a Friday night to help us out. We appreciate it.
He's on
Nothing
camera.
better to do. I'm glad to be here.
He's on camera 1.
Outfield camera.
This is Nathan Hoffla.
Nathan, thank you as well. Friday night, here we are. Hopefully the viewers out there can appreciate the commitment and dedication our Panther students are giving to them right tonight.
Yep, thank you.
Both of these guys, I gotta say, are wearing just shorts. They're just wearing shorts tonight.
And it might start snowing any minute.
And not to name names, as I was told, but an individual is also wearing his flip-flops.
Without socks, yes.
Without socks, and that happens to be none other than Mr. Horzine. So here we go. Kaylee Bally, first pitch.
Grace Butcher, I believe.
Yes, and that's what she does. She's a slap hitter, and right there, we weren't. Alexa needed to be ready for that one. A little bit harder hit, but slap hitter gets her on base, and that's maybe why she's been batting over 500 for the year.
Yes. Now we have Hannah Hayes up, another senior.
All right, back-to-back seniors. Kaylee's knocking. One thing about Kaylee this year, she hasn't started out with great velocity. But one thing about her, she definitely has. As the game goes on, she gets stronger and starts to throw a little bit harder, and she gets to hit her spots. She has great control, and with our defense, that's all we ask her to do. So
again, and pitching around, so they put it into play. So we have a chance to have our defense make plays, which they do quite a bit. So
yeah, second ball looks like a bunt, a foul ball. Sounds like a hitter in the box. So 0-2. You may want to explain what happens if that would have hit her outside of the box.
She would have been out if in fair play. If she was out foul, it still would have been a foul ball.
It's a big pitch. 0-2. Kaylee wants to put something in an area that, good spot, a little bit high.
Throw down to first.
It's good to see Katie Hoppy as well out there and catch her. She had some issues with her arm. Was struggling with not her accuracy, but some strength, some pain, and I thought she snapped that down there nicely. So here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on first base. Looks like the Panthers' defense is at normal depth there now. Foul ball. Foul ball. I don't know if it was a hit and run or if it's just a nice jump by the first baseman on a read in the dirt, but nonetheless, she fought that one off. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes.
We'll see. Like you said, they might test Katie. I mean, I think they know who she is.
Yeah.
But you never know.
But I think looking at the slap hitter at first, I think she has some speed, and so they definitely may have had a hit and run on. Here we go. It's pitch.
Oh, that's it. Oh.
Should be out,
Dead
but
ball.
safe.
She is called for interference.
Yep,
She
so it
ran
might
into
be a
left.
double play.
I don't.
Did they not get her at first?
I don't think he's going to call it. Nope, he just killed it right there.
So is that a dead ball, dead? So you can't get a double play on that, Greg?
You can't once you call it dead. But again, if in your judgment, umpire's judgment, thinking that they interfered in a way that prevented you from getting that second out, you can call that second out. But see that he didn't do that.
So I think that may be what Coach Neubauer's even asking. You know what? There's an interference, and then because I believe it would have been a double play if they would have continued on with the dead ball call. But here we go, 1 out. Still runner on first.
I believe it's Macy Mangold is up, sophomore.
So I believe this was the coach's daughter you were mentioning earlier as possibly a good pitcher. So first pitch coming to her. And nice pitch by Kaylee inside, strike 1.
Nice movement, it looked like.
Getting the signs, try to see what they're going to do. Second pitch coming. Inside again, a little bit further in this time. Not a bad spot for a pitcher. 1-1.
It's not. I got the green home line fence cap right away.
Well, you know, when we had to slide over from Mr. Horse, we all have to sacrifice. Hit hard. Going to test Haley's arm. No, they're going to get it in. Hit hard right between first and second.
Side, yep.
So first and second, 1 out. That ball was hit cleanly to the outfield. Haley Curley got it in quickly, and now
Val Kostad's up.
Yep. And so Val, it's a tough call for Coach Mangold. You know, does he bunt them and move them over to scoring position, or are we going to let Val hit one? You know, who's a really solid hitter. So we'll see what the decision they make.
Sure, it depends on how many runs he thinks he's going to get or need. He might not have her bunt if he's going to need 15 runs.
Yeah, exactly. So they're looking there. There was no intent of a bunt there. Val does look down this time, but there's no signs get delivered. So that says fire away, and that's hit. So here comes the second pitch, 1-0. Good pitch. Took something off that looked like, and
1 ball, 1 strike. We might. Mr. Horsley's going to have to cuddle out here. With everybody.
Here comes his girls. He has the warmth coming for his girls. His girls give their dad hugs more than mine do. But
that was a ball 2 low.
Ball 2 on that one.
Low.
2-1 now to Val.
Oh, foul ball.
Foul ball. It looked like that had some movement on it, but you know, she works it back to 2-2. 2-2, 1 out. Base runners first and second. Here comes a pitch, and
hit her.
Okay, so bases loaded. Bases loaded, 1 out. Once again, see what kind of plays we're going to be called by Lewistown here. Once again, as you said, Greg, talking about how many runs he thinks he needs to want to get. He might think get a lead here with maybe a bunt, some sort of a sack bunt, possibly, or
again, just to see what he can do. You know, see what play set up, or at least do like a fake bunt and
absolutely
see where the girls go and see what the defensive set up and go from there.
Yeah, it looks like the defense have been brought in a little bit, but not real far. They're not at normal depth, but it doesn't look like they're that far in either.
I believe it's Kinsey Irvin up to bat, another senior.
First pitch, strike 1 on the outside corner. Second pitch coming in.
Ooh, nice pitch.
Oh, another. I'd throw down to third as well, but she's safe.
Yes.
Quick throw down, but called safe. Now we have the Kaylee has 2 strikes on the batter. So it's 0-2, 1 out, bases loaded. Pitch coming. Really nice spot by the pitcher on that one to throw it up a little bit. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 1 out. And here comes the pitch.
Oh, outside.
A little bit outside, so it's 2-2. So working it back to a hitter's count here. And it's low. It's full count now. Throw down to the third. Safe again. So full count now. Interesting call here. Is runner's going to go with 1 out? Are they going to say, are we going to go on this with contact or a walk, or risk strikeout, getting a third call out here? So we'll see what happens with Lewistown. Pitch coming, full, bases loaded, strikeout. Good pitch by Kaylee.
Looking, did not swing even.
She didn't swing. Thanks. So now we're bases loaded. Lewistown's going to be running on contact. Belgrade's defense is back to normal depth, and then we have
Bailey Castillo is up, number 19, junior.
This must be hitter number 7 now, I believe. Yes, 6.
Foul
First,
ball.
yeah,
Back
first
to the
pitch
fence.
swinging back. We have all kinds of distractions. Oh, that's a base hit. Oh, we should go 2. Well, 1. Oh, but they get they scored 2 on that.
Oh, she's safe. Yes, they're
Aggressive base running.
They
A
saw the
little
ball
bit of
was
a
down.
blooper shot. Had some spin to it. We couldn't come up with it cleanly. I felt if we could have got that, we may have got a force out at second, but we couldn't field it cleanly. Fergus pushed us 2 across right there to take a 2-0 lead.
they were running on the hit, so yeah, they were going, running on contact.
Yep.
And I believe now it's Jessica Morgan, a freshman, I believe.
Freshman's up with
First and second.
First and second. 2 outs.
Oh, ball gets away from.
Okay, so Fergus moves up to second and third. 2 girls in scoring position now. Ball 1. Anything to the grass might score 2. Okay, so there's an outside corner, little spin. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. If you didn't hear from Butch, I heard it from here.
Yes, Butch is very vocal.
Yep.
Ball.
So 2-1 now. 2-1. Bases second and third base runners. Belgrade's looking to knock down the infield. Hit hard.
Oh, over Deming's glove.
Yep.
Throw home. Got her.
Should have got her there though. So
Runner
aggressive base running.
Runner on third scored. Runner on second tried to come around, tried to score, but got thrown out by Haley Curry.
Haley Curry with a nice throw, one hop throw to the plate, got her. But once again, Lewistown aggressive base running on any contact. They were rolling and ended up being successful, getting the score 3-0 at the bottom of 1. I don't know how many times this year, Greg, we've been in this situation. I don't know if I can be completely biased here or not, Mr. Parsegian, but speaking on behalf of Belgrade, I don't know if we've been down 3-0 like this in the first inning all year.
Hey, I got something here for you. I know you guys know this, but we got the Goodyear blimp flying overhead. Let's see if we can get a live view. Anyway, back here today.
Yeah, it was a great piece that we saw in the school today of the seniors being recognized tonight, a senior night. That was a great piece that they put on with the blimp. We're gonna have to come up with the name of that sponsor to, maybe that's one of your sponsors. Instead of the Goodyear blimp, we have to go with one of your sponsors, Taco Time blimp or something like that. Taco Time blimp. I like that one better. Here we go. So the Panthers are gonna hit. Leadoff hitter Haley Curry. It's called strike one.
What's the pitcher's number out there? Can you see?
Looks like number 4. And I have to remember. I'll have to check to see.
Kinsey Irvin. That's the senior.
Yeah, and that's who pitched against us last time. That's gone, if that's fair.
Smokes. Nope. It goes foul.
Okay, because she turned on that.
Yes.
And so now 1-1, I believe now. I was told that it's 2-1 now, or 1-2. 1-2.
1, isn't it?
Should be 1 ball, 2 strikes. That second one right there was a ball.
Oh, that's correct. Yes, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yep. So 2-2.
So she worked back to 2. It looks like she's trying to pitch her away on those last 2 pitches. So it's 2-2 now. Haley's really come on strong with the hitting. Good cut there.
Fouls it back. Stays alive.
2-2 again. With this, with Kinsey, she doesn't take a whole lot of time. She's ready to throw. Here comes it again. Put in play. Good pickup by Short. Out at 1. Good pickup, short hop. Come up, gather the feet, threw her out at 1. So 1 down by Fergus. We have our second batter coming up. Looks like it's Katie Hoppy.
Yes.
Katie Hoppy is just recently returned from an injury as well, and she was hitting the ball lights out early in the season, and she's really starting to find that groove again. So here's the first pitch to Katie.
I'd have to say, Katie, out of all the batters I've seen and stuff, she's probably one of the toughest outs.
Yes.
To get.
Yep.
I mean, just tough. She'll foul fouls. It's never strikes out.
No. Good cut there, 1-1 now.
Of course, now I probably jinxed it.
No, we don't do that back there, but we'll see. But good cut, but Kinsey doesn't mess around. Here comes the third pitch, 1-1. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike to Katie. One thing I noticed about Katie, she's a gap hitter. She can definitely hit those left center, right center gaps. It seems like that's what she's done her whole career.
Yes. Good
3 balls, 1 strike.
Good contact hitter. Oh.
Man, that was crushed, but once again, that had to be pulled, foul. That was as hard as I've seen her hit one. That would have cleared the home run fence by maybe 20, 30 yards.
Yes. Again, a test to their warm-ups and their batting practice, and there she goes.
Put it in play, hit it hard.
Hit right
once again, right back. Good start by Katie. Hit that one hard.
There you go. Perfect. And I think he's going to put in Cami Gurrell, to be a courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner, Cami Gurrell, unbelievably fast individual.
Very smart runner.
For a freshman, she's seasoned.
Yes.
As you said, very smart runner. She's a seasoned player. She's been playing quite a bit, and with her speed, she's going to cause all kinds of problems on the base path. Interesting to see what call he has right here. Sometimes we'll see this as an opportunity for her to have a straight steal. Sometimes you'll see a throw down. Looks like we have an issue with Val. May have got hit.
She's just taking off a layer.
Maybe that's a game plan. As soon as they had somebody on, now I have to get ready to throw down to second, and so she's now ready to throw down, and if there's a base run that's going to attempt to steal. So Cami Gurrell, when she gets a start, it's going to be hard to throw her out. She's incredibly fast. Yes. And we come up with, I believe, Lainey Morgan now.
So must be doing a DP flex situation. So yes, Lainey. Ball. Low.
Coach Newbauer calls the play. See what's on for this one. Here comes the second pitch to Lainey. Up high, I believe it's 2-0. 2-0, 1 out. Runner on first base. The score 3-0 Fergus. bottom of 1. Pitch, swing, miss. Looked like that ball had a little bit more velocity, and so now it's 2 balls, 1 strike with a runner on first. We haven't made an attempt on Val yet at the catcher position on a steal. You'd think that would be coming at some point.
Oh, there she goes.
There it is right there. That was awfully close.
She got under a little high. Throws a little high, so Cammie got underneath it. It's a good throw, but again, just on time, but a little high.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a hit and run or not, but nonetheless, we have a scoring position with Lainey Morgan's up.
2 strikes. She had swung at that, so.
Foul ball.
Off.
2-2 still. Runner scoring position. 1 out. Bottom 1. Fergus 3-0. I feel outnumbered out here. Everybody's standing up trying to warm up, but I'm just holding down the fort, keeping it warm.
I'm just trying to stand up and see. My eyes are frozen shut. No, oh, nice hard hit.
Put it into play.
Oh, she fought, bobbles it. Cammie's safe.
Yeah, safe at second. Interesting play. She kept it in front of her. She bobbled it a few times. I don't know if she could have made the throw out at first, but nonetheless, she made a pretty good play at second. Cammie wasn't getting back anytime soon. They were trying to see if she would go first to third, but runners first and second. Here comes one of the greatest hitters of Belgrade Panther history, Ty Atwood. Good cut on the first pitch. I know that she received the honor of Gallatin Valley Player of the Year, softball Player of the Year.
Yes.
She'll be honored with that award on Monday night.
Good deal. Looked at strike 2.
There we go, strike 2.
A little bit on the outside, but
little movement away, so she's going to have to protect the plate here. So good hitter, see what she can put in play. Low ball, ball 1 ball, 2 strikes. I like the way Kinsey pitches, though. There's not messing around. It's time to throw.
It's awesome. Oh,
popped it up, straight up.
Out of play.
Out of play. Yeah, Belgrade is represented very nicely at the Gallatin Valley Awards on Monday. I had the privilege of being around Dawson Fowler for a couple of years now, and he was able to get student athlete of the Valley. He's an incredible basketball player, but he's an exceptionally good student.
He's a great person.
Ty is going to be there as well, winning her award. Here comes the pitch.
Nope.
And we also had the volleyball player of the year with Jaden Blake, or with Miss Christensen, Bailey Christensen. So
who signed with Providence, University of Providence.
That's hit hard. It's going down the foul pole, but
foul ball, out of play.
We've put 3 over there now, Greg, that have been home run distance, but just pulled. 3 of the Panthers have definitely hit it hard down that left side.
Well, this whole lineup, it's tough from
and
top to bottom.
Top to bottom, and you bring girls in, and you still can't breathe.
Yes.
It's a potent lineup that's going to be pretty exciting for years to come.
Yes. You just, if they get their timing, and if they see the timing, it gets better per inning.
Oh, big pitch.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Good pitch to Ty. 2 outs. 2 outs, and that, like you said, there's no room with another power hitter coming up. Olivia Cook, I believe.
Yes.
And so here's an opportunity. Once again, first and second, 2 outs.
Oh.
Check swing. I don't know if she got a piece of it. They said no. It's a pass ball. Runners into scoring position.
Advance, second and third. So we've got Cammie at third, Lainey Morgan at second.
Anything to the grass, we might be able to score 2 here. A good cut by O. I missed that first one. Was it a ball?
It was a ball. Yeah, that was that high outside, and it skipped off. Catcher's glove.
1-1.
Yes.
Little outside. A fake throw down to third. They get back to the bases. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 down. Runners don't have to go, but should if it's contact. That's hit hard. That's it. That's all the way. That's gone.
Olivia Cook.
Olivia Cook
3
with
run.
a big shot. Deep center.
Yeah, follow her, Nate. Follow on the bases.
just like that, like you said, you just can't breathe on any of this potent lineup. That it's just a powerful lineup, and she has just been clutch the second half of the year. She's been seeing the ball better, and that's a big shot. So a 3-run shot. So just like that, it's 3-3 in the bottom of 1. And now we have Heather Gear, who's, you know what, she's
at least they're taking their hacks. I know again. Start of the year where we were
we couldn't hit anything.
Watched a lot of balls. Watched a lot of strikes instead of taking our swings. There you go.
It's hit hard. That's down. That's gonna be fair.
Oh.
Misplayed. They're gonna send her, but no, they hold her up at first. And so here we go. Presley Jacobson coming in once again. Geez, you just can't breathe because Presley as well has just been on a tear. She's seeing the ball better, and I know she's been swinging the bat tremendously this year. So here we have runner on first. Presley's coming up. Good swing on first strike.
Yeah, swing at the good pitches. That's all you can ask. You don't want them to chase bad things, but swing at the good ones.
And that was a good pitch to swing at. Here comes the second one by Kinsey. Outside, good eye by Presley. Evens the count at 1-1. Bases runner on first and 2 outs. Low, that gets away, pass ball. Heather deals to second, turns to look to 3, holds up, goes back to the bag. Here goes Presley on
2-1.
2-1
strike, I believe.
2-1, yes.
Oh,
chased it.
A little low and away.
Low and away, chased. It's 2-2 now, and puts it in play.
There you go. Shortstop picks it up. Ooh, rifles her out there.
Yeah, nice play by the short to pick that up and gather herself and throw her out. Presley was hustling down the line. Great energy, great effort. No fault there. Good clean inning. We hit some shots and 3-3 at the bottom of 1. Anything you saw there, Greg? Anything that either team did that was they can be adjusted, or is it just a matter of just getting out and playing?
I think just getting playing. You love the swing, you love the contact. They're seeing the ball, they're hitting the ball. It shows again good practice by these girls and paying attention and the effort they put in, and it's coming through.
That's what you're gearing for is the end of the year stuff right there. Is just executing what's been the coach has been harping on all year, and at the beginning of the year you're a little rusty and trying to get everything back to flow, and now it's time to dial things up and get after it. And it, like you said, they were pretty sharp. Our base running was good. Any pass ball was moving on. And the same thing with Fergus. They definitely were very aggressive on the bases this last inning, and they were rewarded with 3 runs with some timely hitting and once again. So
you just have to make those plays that you should or have the chance.
Yes.
Again, if you don't make a place like where she bobbled at third, we ended up scoring off of that play. So you don't want to give up those errors or those chances for those to come around.
First pitch outside. Is this batter number 8, maybe?
I believe this is Shelby Long. It's batter 8, number 7, Shelby Long. She's a sophomore.
Second pitch. Foul ball. Not sure if that may have hit her or not, but foul ball. 1-1. 1-1. I do believe we're going to get this game in completely without any rain. It's not looking like we're going to get any moisture, but it's chilly. It's a chilly fall. Feels like a fall night. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Score 3-3 at top of 2.
See if Kaylee can settle in. Hit her spots, as they like to say.
Yeah, because she does a very good job of doing that. Hit hard right to center. That's coming at the fence. Comes off the fence. Ty picks that up nicely, and they are going to hold her to 2. They're going to get her out. An incredible play by Ty Atwood. She takes it off the fence with a one hop, picks it up clean, shows her arm. Wasn't even close. The hardest part of that play was for Alexa to pick that ball up and thought it was going to be close, but she got her by 2 steps.
Turn around waiting for her.
Senior to senior. They've been playing a lot of softball together for, 6-7 years now, and that was a very, very well executed play.
Beautiful read by Ty out here again. Like you said, it was overhead line drive. It was a shot.
It was a shot. I mean, how many times do you think you can hit one to the fence and you get thrown out at second? So that says something.
Yes,
Once again, the aggressive base running by Fergus has said something about that.
I believe this is Kylie Whedon, a senior, number 16, I believe.
1 ball, 1 strike. I think pretty soon Mr. Parseason's going to end up in his truck warming up here pretty. 1 ball, 1 strike. Strike on the outside. Little spin maybe away, so 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hit to Kyle Rollins, picks up 1 hop, but throws incredible play, throwing off the wrong leg. I haven't seen her do that yet. That is, that's a harder play than you can imagine for those people watching. That is not an easy play. It was a good, as you know, Greg, to throw off that is just needed to make a throw and get the girl out.
It's just as a flow. I mean, you just have to have it all work, and Kyla did awesome. That was a great play.
Back to the top with a slap hitter, as they say.
Great shot, Busher.
Yep.
Great shot.
It was a good pitch. With these slap hitters, Greg, there's the advantage of this. I read in the paper, Mr. Horsley, that, she's a right-handed hitter up until this year, where she's turned over and started being a slap hitter.
Well, that's what we've done with, that's what Belgrade has done with Cammie Gurrell in the JV, to get these girls have that extra step or two, especially the quick ones. It's a strategy. It's a thing to do.
I was so uneducated on softball until I watched Skylar Neubauer do that just to a T. I know. She batted about 600 for that year.
Yeah, but Skylar's, hers would be power.
Tough play.
Nice little, it just got about 2 or 3 feet in front of Katie Hoppy, and she just, again, she had her 2 or 3 step head start, and otherwise Katie would have had her by at least a couple steps, but she's quick. She got there.
Yeah, and that's a hard play. Katie coming out of the box and picking the ball up and trying to make the throw down the line. Very close play at first, but this Butcher gets the first with
so now we have Hannah Hayes,
2 outs.
I believe.
Good movement on that. Fake down to first. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on first. Top of the lineup, another play like that, but this one was foul.
That wasn't too far foul, but yes, it was right up the line there, first base line. Just
pretty much that. Yeah, pretty much that same spot that
almost
that
Butcher put hers. Yeah.
It's 2 outs. It's
2 strikes.
2 strikes still. No balls. 2 strikes.
Oh,
hit hard.
Nice little line drive right out between.
Once again, they're going to have to get Ty throws it into the third, holds them up. Runners at second and third. That ball was hit nice to the gap, right to the fence. Good hustle over by Ty Atwood to get that ball in quickly to hold Butcher to third base. So now 2 outs, and we're still at the top of the lineup, the third batter at the top, and runners are in scoring position. This is where the infield's going to have to sell out a little bit.
This is Macy Mankel. I don't know if I would have thrown a third on that one if I was Ty. Keep that runner at first, keep that force on, not knowing that runner going to third would go home. You have to be aware of if she's almost a third, maybe not throw it there. But
yeah, that's something that I'm sure Coach Neubauer and his staff will address is where do we want to go with that one? Because like you said, if you hold them to first and third, then you have options on a throwdown. A hitter. So now we're going to load the bases. And now we're going to come up the cleanup hitter, as they used to say. I'm not sure if they call that anymore, but I have to believe it's Val.
think it's. I don't know if the weather is the ball. It's raining a little bit.
Yeah, I
here
noticed
again,
that. I must have said something a couple minutes ago regarding precipitation, Greg, and they said, "Look at this. Here it is." So I apologize, girls, and for my comments. And it's not an easy thing for me to do to apologize. So I do so. I don't mean harm on the girls playing the game of softball, but so is this Val?
It is Val Colstead, so it's 2 outs.
Big time hitter. If she gets a hold of one, it's going to be out here by us.
A little
low.
Nice block.
Throw back down to third by Katie Hoppy to Olivia Cook at third, but she's called safe. Ball.
Yes, ball.
1 ball, no strikes. And one of the fastest bat speeds in the state of Montana, I believe. Another ball. Throws down to third, safe again.
I love the confidence Katie has in Olivia Cook down there at third, and knowing that you have Presley Jacobson out here and left backing up the throw. I mean, the confidence they have in each other to know where they're going to be is just great. It's just amazing.
It is. It's a lot of faith too that she's going to block the ball if I throw one in the dirt. There's a strike. There's no room for from Belgrade's position here. There's absolutely no room for Lewistown. You don't have an empty base here, so you're going to have to pitch to her. Yep. Scores 3-3, top of 2. She said, "I don't want that pitch," so here comes another pitch. Spins one away again. She fights it. Kaylee gets back to a 2-2 count. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Bases loaded.
Dirt.
Down and away, throws down to third again, but that one gets by. They get up and they're going to throw her in, so now she cuts it, and so now they score a run on an errant throw.
I don't think Presley handled it when she got hold of it. I mean, she got it pretty quick, but I don't think she could get out of her glove to try and make a throw home.
Right, and you know that ball rolled down there, it's wet. As a matter of fact, Kaylee Bowerly saying, "Give me another ball." Yep. When that went through and got into the grass, it's probably, she picked that ball up, and it was probably a little bit wet as well, trying to get the grip. She couldn't come up, as you said, to throw it cleanly. So now we have scored 4-3 Fergus, top of 2.
3 balls, 2 strikes, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Hit hard down in the...
Coach Mangold almost made a good play. Not quite.
So it must be a full count then.
Yep. 3 balls, 2 strikes, I believe.
Full count. Girls on first and second, 2 outs.
Strike 3. Got her shoulder.
Yeah, there's a ball away that she was able to give Val with on the previous 2 and got the strikeout. So, Fergus leaves 1 in scoring positions that's out there, and I'm not sure, Greg, if you call 2 left on base, but I guess only 1 stranded in terms of scoring position. How do they say that in the official world?
I don't know.
So we'll say that
that's not my official world.
We'll get the stat person to look into that. But as I said earlier, I don't think we're going to get any precipitation, and all of a sudden it has started to come down here in Belgrade. And I have a raincoat on, but I am under a shelter. But it's been serving as a wind jacket. So, Mr. Parsegian.
Yeah, I got to bring in, as you mentioned, the weather. I think you're on the weather of our Taco Time blimp, which I got to bring back in because I got to tell you, I cut the mics last time we went to the Taco Time blimp. So we got to do that segment again here. I apologize. Here it is, the Taco Time blimp live shot 2 days ago.
Beautiful complex.
That's the weather that you're living in right now, I think.
That's a beautiful complex. It's one of the best in the state, and there's a great aerial footage of what we get. It's a cloverleaf. You see it, Mr. Parsegian?
Oh, yeah. Let me go back to it. Hang on. I went to the high school there. Wait a second here.
It's a traditional cloverleaf of a softball complex.
Yeah, that's a good one there.
Is that a? I mean, was it a blend or is it a drone? Oh, okay. I thought
it's a Taco Time drone.
The Taco Time drone.
There we go.
It's a Taco Time drone.
Thanks, Bill at Taco Time for buying us a drone. Well, he pitched in a little bit.
Yeah. Bill takes care of you guys.
I mean, I would have believed you. You could have kept telling me it was a blimp. I would have been all over it.
So, leadoff hitter.
as
the bottom of 2.
We like to call her Alexa Williams from last summer.
Yeah, good guy. Her mom wanted her to get the Wild Thing as her walkout song, but I don't think to do that. I don't know why, but that would have fit her to it.
Swings at the first one. Ball, low ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, sometimes you see those pitches coming in. It looks good. So there's 1-1.
Oh,
good swing, popped it up.
Foul
play. Shot again.
Yeah, it's tough. You hear these parents and hear these coaches and they're like, just hit the ball or
yeah.
You got to be back there to see that come. This ball's coming pretty quick, and it's tough to make a decision real quick. These girls are amazing to be able to hit that.
Hit hard.
Nice
down the line to the gap, to the fence. This would end up getting to 2. Stand-up double, maybe more. No, she decides she's going to sell out. She almost goes to 3. Good backup by Fergus, first base. Good start by Alexa. Good hit. Good gap shot. And 1 or 2 hop. Yeah, 1 hopper to the fence. And, the leadoff batter's goal is just to get on. And there's a good start right there, right into scoring position. Coach doesn't have to make a play. Now he's giving the call out. So
again, we have a smart runner on base who knows what she's doing and can run. Speed kills.
Yeah, and here's another one, Speedy. Kai can lay one down and get to first if she wanted to, and Coach Neubauer sometimes gives them the opportunity to
make their own decision.
So if they think they can lay one down and run, they may. And I could see her doing that here.
Get you a strike 1 now. She watched 1.
Good cut. Now it's going to be a little bit different. It's 0-2. It's going to be a change of the ball game now. I don't think she's going to try to bunt now.
No.
So looking to put something in play here. Try to advance Alexa to 3rd.
Ooh. Watched a little bit on the outside, but it was a pretty good pitch. Should have maybe took a hack to try. Can't let that umpire make that decision.
No, and that's the key right there. But like you said earlier, a lot of people, can say you just got to hit the ball, but there's so much spin on the ball, and it's coming so fast. The instinctual decision is really remarkable. These young ladies have. So there's a first pitch, strike. Down low and away.
Haley
1
Curry
ball.
up.
Haley Curry up. Another good contact hitter with power if she needs. And 1-1 now with the bases with Alexa at 2nd in scoring position. Popped up. Alexa should be tagging. Out of play.
Directly back.
Once again, as you said, though, just the ball and the base running that the girls have demonstrated tonight has been, I think, spot on.
Yes, they're
1 ball, 2 strikes.
If that's anything I'd like to say to kids, is become a student of the game, and that's of any sport. But just learn what you can do, and learn the tendencies, and learn what's important and how to do things. But
yeah, so there's a
foul ball.
Fight it off, like you said. Don't let the umpire make the decision and fight one off, and she did. So
umpires
once again, 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Tried to spin it away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Awfully hard to run on Val. I don't hit hard. In play, I believe.
It's going to be right there. Nope, just about 4 or 5 feet away, or outside, out of play.
Right,
on
out
the
of
third
play.
base side.
So, new life, as they say.
Yes.
So with the 2 balls, 2 strikes still. Wind's picking up. That makes it even more pleasant with a little wetness in the air. Pitch, swing, miss. 2 outs. So right now we're able to get the leadoff hitter on, but we haven't done anything with her. We're at the top of the lineup, and we need to. So far, we have our 2nd batter coming up. Hit hard straight up. Alexa's running. That could be trouble. Trouble it is. It's dropped.
Left fielder called them all off, and then she dropped it. Yes.
Yes.
Katie
Lex was running hard on contact, and she was able to score easily with that kind of a blooper into short left field. Katie Hoppy running aggressively as well, and was able to get to a stand-up double on that.
Yes. And again, she'll have Cammie Gurrell come in to be courtesy runner for her as the catcher.
You know, man, you throw me in there in a condition like this and as a courtesy runner, Greg, and if I took off quickly, I may Achilles tear or a hamstring pull.
I pulled my calf.
Yeah, see, you know what I'm talking about then. Yeah.
Umpiring and stuff.
Oh, look at that. That is all kind of color, discoloration going. So
yeah, just to push off. Didn't even know.
Yeah. Must be nice to be youthful again, Greg, is what I say. So, okay, so it's scores tied 4-4, bottom of 2. This has been an exciting senior night game between Central A rivals, you might say, Fergus and Belgrade.
Laney Morgan up to bat.
Cammy Gorell in scoring position. Anything to the grass, you're probably going to score. Low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Pitch down low again, 2-2. You know, Laney in Frenchtown tournament, she was lights out. I think she was 9 for 11 or something, some crazy numbers. Foul ball. Good cut. I think she 9 for 11, 9 for 13, some very high numbers, along with 3 home runs. She was on fire, so she's really swinging the bat.
Oh,
foul ball again, but fighting it off.
Yes.
2 strike.
Maybe you see something that you like, groove.
Absolutely, you know, right
Drive
there,
it.
she fouled 2 off right there, so she's still alive, giving herself a chance at trying to hit one, get Cammy in. Tough play, but I think they got her out at first.
Yes, just nice, calm play. It was just a little dink out in front, and the pitcher picked it up and threw it down to first. Just
took her time.
Yes,
I had the pole directly on the first base, so I wasn't able to see if there was foul or out or safe. But you know,
nice, calm play. Throw. I don't want to say take your time, but
yeah. So it's 4-4, bottom of 2. The lights are on, and starting to look like a very good game. One thing I noticed in softball, Greg, as you've seen the last few years, it seems like there seems to be an inning that might come here and there that some teams can really just pile up some runs. And, you know, sometimes those bats can get going and can get contagious, and the hitters start to see it better. And next thing you know, you're putting up 3 or 4 runs, just like Fergus did in the first inning. They put up 3, and then we answered with 3, and then Fergus put up 1. We answered it with 1. So it'll be interesting to see if any of these teams will come up with maybe an inning of 5.
sure, can take advantage of an issue or two. Just like again that drop fly that could have ballooned. I mean,
Yep.
you never know what could happen.
Yeah, that could have scored. That that could have held them from scoring, and it could have been 3-4 them. But we got on, and then we'll get another batter up, and we could have scored there. That could have knocked in 2 and given us a lead. Like you said, it's just so hard to say the variables that come into play. So here we have the number 5 hitter for Fergus,
Kinsey Irvin, I believe.
Okay, so the pitcher.
Yes.
Pitcher's coming up, and you said she was a freshman?
Senior.
No, she's a senior, yes. There was another younger lady that was fairly tall that was a freshman and put into play. That's a tough play for Olivia. Set her feet and throw hard out by a step at first.
Rocket arm.
Rocket arm.
I don't think I've seen anybody throw harder.
You know, when she gathers and puts that foot down in the dirt to plant, lights out. That thing is on a rope, and it's hard.
She has a little hitch that she does though sometimes. That a little time. I think it's a timing thing for her, but yeah, once she steps, like you said, plants that foot, boy, it's there. It's quick.
It is. The first baseman's got to wear an extra protecting glove underneath that so it doesn't sting. First pitch strike.
Foul.
Oh, yeah, foul.
Second pitch.
Second pitch strike. Looking on the outside corner. Good movement by Kaylee Bowerly. 0-2 now, 1 out.
And this is Bailey Castillo of junior, I believe.
Oh. Hit hard. That's going to go to the fence on one hop. She's come back. Are they going to test tie that with arm again? They said, no, we're going to hold her up at first. She makes 2 steps to seconds. They said, we've seen this before.
Yep.
Hard hit to the fence, 1 hop. She cleanly picks it up. We're not going to test that cannon. we're going to hold her to first, but nice hit ball. First base. One down.
Nice hard hit line drive. Next we have Jessica Morgan.
This might have been the freshman.
This is the freshman.
Yes.
And she pitched in the sub-varsity game.
Great sub-varsity game. Pretty close for most of it. Hit hard. That's up in the air. Ty's got to come in. Somebody caught that. Ty Atwood with an incredible play. Absolutely incredible effort by Ty Atwood. I didn't think anybody was going to catch that.
Holy smokes. I didn't hear her calling Lex off, so Lex
even dove.
Yeah, she got that was an amazing catch.
Yeah, not to be too biased, but Alexa generally is not going to sell short. She's always going to lay out. So she laid out for it. Ty laid out for it. Could have been devastating. Yes. But nonetheless, Ty Atwood comes up with a clean catch. Made it way easier than it was. That was one of the hardest plays I've seen, and she made it look pretty easy.
2 outs.
And then to try to get her out at first.
Yeah.
The runner. That's hit hard. That's going to be trouble. That's going to the fence. That hits the fence, and that's going in. They're centering her. They're going to hold her up. Great job by Presley Jacobson to get the ball in quickly. Hard hit to the fence. First and third. No, they go second and third.
Second. That was Shelby Long.
Shelby Long that goes to the fence on the air. And so
now we have Kylie Whedon, another center. But yeah, that was all the way to the fence, almost over.
Had to be close. We were blocked and
2 outs. So but the girl from first was running, so she got to third easily. Yes, and
yeah. So here we go at 2 girls in scoring position. It's 4-4. Ball low and away. I don't think she was swinging at all on that one. Looked like she was pretty comfortable taking the first pitch. See what she does on the second pitch. Goes away, going to Cook. Bobbles it. Safe.
Bobbles it, does her little hitch, and then she throws a little high, pulls Heather off first base.
It scores 1.
Scores, yep. Shelby Long advances to third from
first and third situation now. This is where I like about softball. The Fergus will call their plan of first and third. Belgrade will call their plan of first and third. Will we throw her out? Will they attempt to steal? What kind of play are we going to have on this? And so especially with the leadoff hitter, looks like up a slap hitter.
That's Gracia Butcher.
It is. And so we have first and third with a slap hitter.
You just always have to keep your eye on the ball. See what's going on as a runner.
The ball looked good, but was called away. And so 1 ball, no strikes. Score 5-4, top of 3. 2 outs. Second pitch coming to Butcher. Hits right to Alexa, knocks it down. Easy play to Kai Rollins. Routine, as we like to say.
You sell her shirt. That was actually a pretty awesome play. I mean, it's a backhand. She has to keep her eye on it.
Hard hit
with the ball and make it into her glove and still
make the play because the girl was running on a contact. And so, with seasoned seniors in the infield, nice play, but gets out of the jam. Backhanding that ball and knocking it down saved 1 run right there for certain.
There's your highlight of your defense. 2 plays there. Just again, that to me is a very good play. That backhand.
Absolutely.
And then of course Ty's catch.
Ty's was incredible. But like you said, infielders' jobs, especially with bases in situational bases like they were, going away from her, picking it up and making a good clean throw. And nice job by Kyla Rollins to be on second base.
Yes.
To secure that out. So. Fergus is hitting the ball hard. They've hit the fence several times, either on a 1-hop, 2-hop, or even in the air. They definitely have the lead 5-4, and it's because they put the ball to the fence and have been aggressive on the bases.
And we're only bottom 3, right?
Bottom of 3. It's been an exciting game. It's 5-4, bottom of 3.
You want to come talk? Sure.
Nobody likes to talk. Nobody likes to talk to me, so.
What about you? Still got a grudge against 2 years ago when I called you. Faculty student game, but.
Oh yeah, so we bring back the old stuff. We have a swap out. We have a line shift sort of on the mic. I'm not sure if who made that call, but it could have been the executive director said sub. And so, Mr. Horsley, you're in.
That's right. We got an upgrade.
We got an upgrade, as he says.
I'm not going to complain about the.
Well, I'll tell you right now that the headset on the ears is a lot better. It keeps you warm.
I'll tell you, it does. It does.
So, but bottom of 3, score Fergus. Hard hit ball by Ty Atwood. She might go for 2 here. No, held up at first. A hard hit. Couldn't knock it down. This is Olivia Cook, who hit that 3-run shot earlier in the first inning. Center field, not far from us. And so Olivia calls, Coach Newbar calls the play. She looks at her play sheet and steps in to see first pitch coming. Ty Atwood at first base.
Is that communication typical among teams, or is that?
It is becoming more common. These wristbands are. I never would have believed Coach Newbar would have gone to this system. The old school coach that he is. I used to love watching him call the signs. I tried to read them several times. I didn't get them.
Because the girls would miss signs so much.
So I was refreshed that. There's a bunt actually. So Greg mentioned to me that one of the things they've done is he used to do it so fast and so aggressively that they were missing signs. And so by going to the wristband, he can call the number and then everybody's on the same page. It's a much more efficient way to do that. So looked like that might have been a bunt there. Bunt attempt to move her over, and she didn't. She pulled it back, and Ty gets to second on that. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, I believe.
Yep, that is correct.
Oh, I guess it wasn't 1 ball, 2 strikes. It must be 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
So that must not have been a foul.
Must not have been a foul by Ty taking the second base. So hit hard to the gap. That's going to score Ty Atwood, but she goes back. But you're not going to catch her going home.
No.
Olivia Cook into second. Stand up. Should have been, but she decides I'm going to get. She's chasing the third because nobody's covering it. But no, she's aggressive base running. Olivia Cook with an incredible look and see where the ball was and that instinctual decision, Mr. Horsley, is just heads up and instinctually thinking she can beat that throw to third. So she's able to hit the ball hard to the fence, and they throw the ball around a little bit, and she watches the ball be thrown around, and she takes third.
Yeah, and just watching a little bit earlier, just what she just did speaks to the discipline Coach Newbar has instilled in the team. Just in the little things. It's the little things they take care of big things like that.
Yep, good play by Val.
And just ran through.
Yep.
Ran through on the foul ball.
Foul ball, she's going. Even though it was going to be a foul ball, she was running through. You never knew. Val Kolstad with a great play coming out of the catching position to field that for the out with the accident with running over I don't know if it was a third baseman or who it was, but that was a little bit of a collision. It was a third baseman. Both of them making an attempt on the ball, and Val sees it all the way through and catches it. But the discipline is going to pay off. It is paying off, and it's going to pay off at the end because that's what you preach to these. And so once again, here comes a call. Presley Jacobson steps in. We have 1 out. Olivia Cook on third.
It would be nice to get 1 more in.
Love the way that Presley gets up and takes position. I think that the swing of the bat is intimidating, and there's a good cut right there. So. Bottom of 3, we've hit the ball pretty solid by Olivia and Ty. We have a bunt. We have an axe sacrifice. It's the kind of stuff I like to see, and they call her safe. A great hustle by Presley Jacobson down the line. It's a good play by, and then Presley was thinking about going 2 because nobody was covering it. But they finally do recognize, and they get her back to first. Heads up running by our base runners.
Absolutely.
Any inch they're going to take, they're going to go for it, and that's really, really fun to watch. And so here comes Alexa Deming up, and first time she hit it to the fence. We have first base occupied. We're up 6-5 now. Blue shot, trouble. Easily fielded by Butcher at second.
Just didn't get a good piece of that one, but
no. So Kai Rollins is up now. trying to move Presley into scoring position somehow. Ball's up and away. Presley's bait and throw. They don't throw down. That wind has picked up, Mr. Horsley, and like I said, this the earmuffs, as they say on Meet the Parents, is awfully nice right now.
It definitely is.
With not.
Mr. Pockle wants back in. That's not happening
Greg
right
Pockle's
now.
like, I want the sub back in. Line shift. Good cut by Kai Rollins. Foul back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Presley Jacobs on first base.
We got a westerly wind. It's a little different.
It's a different. Ball gets away. Here goes Presley to second round it. She should be rounding it, looking for 3. Okay, so now we have a girl in scoring position. Belgrade does, and Kai Rollins, if she can just somehow get this ball squared up, this would score another run. Pitch. Swing. That might be gone.
That is gone.
That is gone. Kyle Rollins with a dinger opposite way.
That's huge.
The senior is shining. 2-run shot going home. Size that one up.
Senior night, that's big.
Senior night. The seniors have performed. The ball is, 2 home runs. One by Olivia Cook and the second one by Kai Rollins. I know some of her sisters are here on a night like tonight. Pretty exciting to see Autumn and Bree were here, and their brother.
Bree. I didn't see Austin out there, but I'm sure
Austin was out there, so the whole family was out there. Pretty exciting on this night to hit one opposite field. And so just like that, 8-5 Belgrade. Back to the top now. Haley Curry comes in, takes ball 1. It's amazing when these girls can square one up, how far that ball can travel.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. Opposite field and all.
Yeah, especially with 2 strikes on her. Good piece of hitting. So no, 2 balls, no strikes. That is gone, and that is really gone.
Yeah.
That is deep to the. Well, if anybody knows, there's a set of swings out here in the middle school playground. That landed right next to the swing set. So we go back to backyard, as they say, and that one was hit as hard as I've seen at this field. A little bit of wind, but still to the swings, Mr. Horsley.
That was pretty impressive.
And I was talking to Mr. Pockle. I don't know if you had heard me, but I was wondering if there was one of these teams that could blow up for about 5 runs one of these innings. And right now we're currently at 5 runs. I don't know. Maybe I should start a business of looking into the future. What do you think?
Would Panther Live?
Would support Panther Live. Would you be my first patient?
I would be.
Oh, I can't wait.
Sign me up.
Sign you up. I'll let everybody know the results I find. They may be haunting, or they could be exciting. I'm not sure. Well, I'll let you know. But
we'll keep you posted.
Keep you posted is right. Strike 1 to. Swing hard. Down the line.
No.
Throws her out for Katie Hoppy. Well, I mentioned earlier, I felt one of these teams was just going to have an inning of 5, and we hit that number right there. Just like that, it's 9-5. And but the way Fergus has hit the ball, they could easily do that too. They've hit the ball hard.
They had a hot first inning too.
Hot first inning, and then even that last inning, they were able to score only 1, but they were hitting the ball out to the fence. The one thing that we have is we have a senior center fielder that is a phenomenal player that was able to hustle over and gather that ball, 1 hop off the fence, and get it in quickly to limit the number of bases that they could take.
Yeah.
So. We're still Belgrade will stay with Kaylee Bowerly on the mound. She's just putting the ball in her spots. They're putting it in play. They've hit a few in the gaps, but other than that, the defense has been solid. We are now at the top of 4. Top of 4. It has been an exciting game. This is exactly what both teams need as they start to go down the stretch towards divisionals. A tight game, trying to execute, win a conference game to put themselves in position for seeding for the tournament. A lot going on in this game, and it's been exciting 3 innings so far.
That's correct. This will be the last competition before divisionals?
Well, this is the last divisional conference game. Tomorrow we actually have a tournament in Butte where we play Frenchtown in the morning. Then we come back for the alumni game. The alumni game, Calista Paco will be returning, and Shania and Skylar Neubauer will be back. And Shania is planning to pitch, I think, a majority of that game. That's it hard. That might be out of the park, but Ty Atwood cannot get to it. That is gone by Hannah Hayes. She squared up that first pitch, and just like that, Fergus makes it 9-6.
And there it is.
And another hard hit ball by Fergus. They have definitely gone on some of those. And first pitch swinging, so I don't think she's going to be a softball player. She tried to throw it over the fence and threw it right into the fence from 2 feet. We're talking about that happened to be Hayden.
Hayden Horsley did that.
Hayden Horsley from 2 feet away didn't clear the fence and had to regroup and plant her feet, get it over the.
She gets that honestly.
Well, it's going to be difficult deep, but I'm going to pack a few in the coat. Mr. Horsley is disciplined as usual.
It's going to be my turn to talk. The cookies have showed up.
Yes. Grandma Pat's cookies have showed up. It's going to be time to turn over to Mike at some point. But, outstanding.
It's awesome.
And, not only have I enjoyed the softball by the girls the last 6 years, but I have definitely consumed my fair amount of cookies. And I have snuck more than 1 or 2 on each occasion. I believe there's been several times where I've just been lack of discipline. I know that may surprise you, but I think I've gone for 5 or 6 at one time, hoping nobody saw.
Yes, if you know Demi, he is the picture of discipline. So
the only people that I think ever saw me, and I may be mistaken, but my wife may have saw that once or twice and said, "You can't beat that." Hard hit again to Ty. She gets it on. Going to first with a great throw, but to center field to no outs.
Again, Hoppy was there to
Hoppy
back it up.
Back door.
That's
Hoppy's coming in. I think it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. We're going to bring Aaron Elgus come in. I thought Kaylee Bowerly did a very nice job. I thought she started out, as I said before, it seems like she just needs to get a few pitches into a live batter before she really starts to find her groove. And I think she gets stronger as the game goes on, and she does a good job. I thought she hit her spots. One thing I think softball coaches like to do is they like to come in with a little change of speed, and so we have seen this since last year and the year before, where you can bring in one girl and they start getting comfortable hitting. They bring in a different girl and they have to kind of regroup and recalculate their thinking. So this is exactly what Belgrade's doing with the score being 9-6. We're going to bring in Aaron Elgus to the mound, and Lewistown saw her a week ago. She pitched all 5 innings. So it's not going to be completely foreign to them. They did see her for 5 innings, even though the weather was a little wet. But
well, what do you think they'll do tomorrow? So that's a good opportunity to see Frenchtown tomorrow.
It's a great opportunity to see a team out of the Northwest. I'm not sure what position they're in right now, but we're going to play them in the morning. I hope it's not going to snow on us in Butte. But then tomorrow night's an exciting game as well. We have the alumni game, and we have the Neubauer girls and Calista Paco, and I'm sure there'll be a few other girls that should be, I think, going to be a good game. I think it'd be nice if they would pitch Shania. I think it'd be exactly what this team needs. Shania pitched in the state championship game 3 out of 4 years, so let's have one of the famous pitchers of Belgrade, and then her sister's one of the best hitters ever to come out of Belgrade. So here comes Aaron Elgus, the first pitch in. I think she hit her dead ball. Just like that, they move Fergus into scoring position with 1 out, no outs, and just like that, we have Fergus with first and second bases occupied, and no outs, and we'll see what happens here.
First runner, but I don't know. courtesy runner for Val.
Courtesy runner. So was that Val that got hit? Yes. So Val, the number 4 hitter, got hit, and so we have courtesy runner comes in for her. Somebody probably with some speed that the way they've been running the bases is going to be aggressive on any contact.
Might even be her sister.
Yeah, I saw that.
Another ball there.
Yeah, inside. Yeah, Emily, if it is Emily, she's been drugged to most travel tournaments, so she's been able to watch a lot of things and learn quite a few. Second pitch in, strike.
In.
Yep. Right at the knees, down and away. I don't know how your toes are doing, but my legs are starting to get chilly.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Yeah,
a little chilly out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Well, we've been accused of being multiple things, as we can say. Not on. Oh, that pops straight up in the air, but that goes right back to the screen. But yeah, we won't express on air all the things we've been accused of at times. But
on the toes right now.
The toes are cold, even on these breathable shoes that I've been wearing.
Yeah.
Oh yes, there's the camera footage. That's exactly what we're showing for people, and then these breathable shoes as well. Those aren't much different, to be honest with you. Yeah, these things are cold too.
The wind is piercing.
Yeah. Swing and a miss is a strike. There's the first out. First out. First K by Erin Elgus. She comes in and hits the batter, and you get the second batter to strike out. So for the first out of the top of 5, are we top of 4?
Top of 4.
Top of 4. Top of 4, 1 out. Runners in scoring position in second base. Looks like a bunt straight up in the air, back to the screen. You know, I don't know, maybe Greg can listen. I don't know if a pitcher, when they pitch and they see a bunt and they don't need to throw the strike, can they naturally decide they're going to maybe throw the rise ball to make that ball go up to the screen like that? Or is it just, are they missing the bunt on that? Because the last 2 bunts, Greg, they've popped straight back to the screen.
Right. The pitcher can't adjust it. She can see it soon enough.
Yeah, they see it soon enough, he said. See, there's another one. It's popped straight up again, and that's what I was wondering. That is a...
It also might be just a bad form by the pitcher.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. I didn't know if Aaron was adjusting, throwing the rise ball right there to get them to miss that and pop it straight up. But, you know, the last 3 attempts, they've done that on the bunts, and so Aaron's done a nice job of throwing it up.
You definitely want it, if you can, throw it up to make them pop fly.
Right, so that's the goal. And so many things going on in that short distance between pitcher, mound, and batter.
Yeah, a lot of stuff's got to happen quick there.
Ball down and away, or down and in, looked like. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Scored 9-6, as you can see on your screen. So gets another strike, foul. Very competitive game, an incredible crowd enjoying this game on a cool spring night. Pitch. Going to
there
1.
We go. Taking 1.
Taking 1, running it in. You know, sometimes you can say that wasn't the best at bat, but to be honest with you, it's a very good at bat. She didn't score anybody, but she was able to move the runners into scoring position. That's just as good as a bunt sometimes.
Base hit scores 1.
And she went absolutely, and she went the opposite way, and so she was able to move her runners, and that's a good piece of hitting if that was the intent. Swinging first pitch. Strike 1.
And there again, Alexa Deming covering second. Just the little things.
Little things, like you said, the discipline. If that ball gets by Erin, by being there, she prevents that girl from third from scoring. Those are things that you don't see by some programs, and those are the things that I think win ball games when they count. And those are things that go unrecognized by a lot of people. But anybody watching the game with any idea of the seriousness of the game, those are valuable things.
Absolutely.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 girls in running position, straight up, out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. I just said that. Same, except for a foul that time. I even heard Butch say it. So there's back to back to back. Pitching away, that's a tough one. You can't lay off that one.
Yeah.
And good pitch by Aaron, spun it away, and we were able to get out of there. Stranded 2, I know that, in scoring position. So interesting how this game can change. I mean, right there, you make a hit, and the next thing you know, the game's 9-8. But by getting the K and fielding the ball by Heather at first, now you take a 9-6 lead going to the bottom of 4. And the score's going up, but the temperature is not.
It absolutely is not. That wind is just biting.
Yeah. Softball is a great thing, but there's only a few other things I would be out in the cold. Mr. Horsey, I would guess you wouldn't mind being out in this weather fishing?
I'd be out fishing.
Yeah, this is nice.
I'd do that.
Yeah, I don't. The wind can die down.
It could die down. This is good streamer weather.
Ideal streamer weather. I'm not sure if they're going to see anything in the muck around here. We're going to have to find something else. But I know I was down in Lewistown for the game last week, and I can tell you right now, the big Spring Creek, the big, it's clear. Clear. She would look. She was fishable
years ago.
Yeah, it was
took
fishable.
Advantage.
I went up and played golf on Sunday morning instead with my son, and checked the creek out. It looked good. So, Lady Morgan's up, leadoff hitter for Belgrade. First pitch swinging off her inside of her foot, foul ball, strike 1. It's an interesting idea, though. I'm not sure. Football guys would be wearing all that. Second pitch hit hard. Good pickup by
nice
short, but in a one-hop throw to first. Nice play both by the shortstop and by the first baseman. Lady Morgan put the bat on the ball, hit hard, but good play by short, and also a good pickup by first. But as I was mentioning, the football guys would be out there in their uniforms and no undershirts and whatnot. I'm not so certain about that anymore. Look at these girls; they're prepared for the weather.
Yeah.
I wonder why our football guys. You want to speak on behalf of any of that?
Well, we're not real bright.
That's what I was. I was kind of leading to that, but I wasn't doing either one. I've known to say things like that before to get me in a world of trouble. I decided to avoid that one as maturity has helped.
Well,
it depends.
Are you saying you're a mature individual? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, it depends, I suppose, on who you ask. I'd like to think maybe the age has made me a little wiser. Maybe the comments haven't come nearly as fast.
No. Well,
it's more delayed.
I'll give you a Grateful Dead quote.
Well,
man smart, woman smarter. That's just
it. That is a Grateful Dead quote. I'm glad we had to cite the source and everything.
Yeah.
MLA or ALA? MLA maybe?
That should be MLA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not in the sciences. That'll work. See, we're academic too.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Now we have a full count. Full count to Ty Atwood. They're definitely pitching her a little bit down and away. I don't know where she's at now. I think she's around 30 for her career, maybe more. Greg, do you know where she's at?
She's still like at 27.
27, 28? Yeah, so you're not going to try to give her anything where she's going to size up. So full count now, maybe. Yep, she just said that. I was going to say I checked your board. I wanted to agree. I didn't want to question the officiating at all, but I looked at your board and said that was full count, but then she didn't go anywhere. I'm like, well, Greg screwed up, so we're going to full count again. So, but no.
There was a faculty game incident a few years back where I still maintain there was a screw up by Mr. Pockle, but
it's questionable.
Panther Live covering
Panther
it so
Live.
we can check the footage. I've been holding on to that one, but
grudges die hard, as I was told, and I'm not sure who to quote on that one. Who would say that, do you think?
Who would say such a thing?
A check swing foul. Olivia Cook with a check swing. I bet Olivia Cook could go check swing yard if she wanted to.
She probably could.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Pitch coming. Swing hard. Back to the pitcher. Moves the girl over.
Yep.
Errant throw. Olivia Cook's going to 2. Aggressive running. They try to throw her out. They bobble it, but
I think she would have.
Ty Atwood is trying. Coach Neubauer is letting Ty Atwood know there is a senior mistake. You don't see that by a senior that often this time of the year where you have an errant base running. Olivia Cook draws a poor throw. They bobble it. It gets by her. Olivia takes off for second. Ty is stuck on third. I'm sure that's going to be on the yellow tablet at some point. That will be discussed. You don't see that out of a senior that's been playing varsity softball for 4 years.
And I assume that yellow tablet is something you want to stay off of.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that tablet. If you can avoid the tablet, you're bonus round for the night. I'm sure when this inning is over, somebody will hand that tablet to him. He won't even have to go track it down and write down that. So, nonetheless, scoring position. Strike called on Heather Gear. 1-1, 1 out. 2 girls in scoring position. Scores 9-6. Anything to the grass is probably going to score 2. I've been very impressed with Olivia Cook's base running tonight.
Absolutely.
To strike, she didn't pull back, I believe. Greg, I'm not sure what it was, but she looked like she was going to bunt, but she either didn't pull back in time or she actually attempted the bunt, missed the ball, but pass ball scores 1.
Also, you just call it a strike, and now the catcher mishandled it.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Yep. Trying to clear up what Mr. Paco said. He was wondering if there was just a mishandle by the catcher on a called strike, so maybe she pulled the bunt. Is it a ball or a bat that you pull back? It's a bat.
It is the bat.
And so called strike. But 2-2 to Heather Gear. That has a chance, and that is gone. That might be in the. Yes! On! Yes, nice. Hit the top of the shed and almost ricocheted to hit somebody's vehicle. Usually the officials' vehicles are back here.
That'd be a terrible thing.
And that was a Paco's vehicle.
To get hit.
But I better go get that ball because
I can
grab that ball. That's a Heather Gear ball. I'll take over. So that's 3 home runs. Here comes actually, we have Lucretia Atwood hustling out to get the home run ball. And that's 3 home runs now on the night for the Panthers. And that was deep. Almost a devastating blow to the Paco's vehicle off the shed. So, just like that, 12-6. 12-6 with a new pitcher. This is the freshman that Greg was talking about earlier that threw. I think you said she threw in the game and sub-varsity game, so it is going to be the 3rd pitcher now on Fergus.
I'll tell you, you say a freshman?
Freshman here.
I love anytime as a coach you can get a freshman getting some quality varsity time. That's just comforting to know that you're going to be having that for the next 3 years.
Yeah, that's a great feeling. I mean, I remember when Ty was out as a freshman playing center field. She's held that down for 4 years now. So Lewistown's playing some young girls and not only getting the experience, but actually, live pitching against a potent lineup that Belgrade has. And some good opportunities for her to test where she's at with her game on a chilly night against one of the better hitting lineups in the state. So this is nice. And watching her warm up, she's definitely spinning it pretty well. Looks like she can spin the ball away from right-handed hitters, and so nonetheless, 12-6, 1 out. Belgrade's getting on to one of those scoring binges again.
Yeah.
And it's not letting up anytime soon. Presley Jacobs from Stets to the plate. Freshman pitcher going against a senior.
Four home runs, I believe, by 4 different players. So it's a tough one.
My statistician just told me 4 home runs by 4 different players. We've got Kyle Rollins, and we've had Olivia Cook's 3-shotter. Heather's,
and then
a Haley Curry's bomb.
Oh yeah, she went
4.
deep.
So almost a senior statesman, but I was wondering to question my memory until I was the one that pulled through with the 4th Felt good about myself again.
As well you should.
Thank you. Pitch. And I heard somebody's phone ring. I wonder if that's somebody that's watching that's criticizing something that I've done.
Is your wife watching?
She is. She's in the stands. I'm safe now because she watched last time, and I got home and she said, what did I say too much? Once again. I was a once again guy, and I went back and watched a little bit. I think I counted one time in about 30 seconds. I said it 6 times.
6 times?
Yeah, 6 times in 30 seconds. So I said, yeah, she's correct. So once again, we're
that's
back
constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism. Yeah, I learned from it. It sometimes is not always pleasant to take, but as long as there's learning going on, it's all we can hope for.
That's all.
It's good at bat by Presley Jacobson. 2-2 now with 1 out. A little bit high, but I like the way she's spinning the ball, this freshman. There's something to be said about that, and I really like the way she's battling against a senior, one of our good senior hitters right here. Down and away. Presley draws the bases on ball. 1 out. Alexa Deming's coming up. Gets the call from Coach Neubauer. Presley Jacobson at first base. I've been impressed with our base running, other than Ty Atwood's errant base running at third. So then we have a called time by Fergus. They want to make sure their defense is set. Pitch to Alexa up high. Ball 1. I haven't noticed not many stolen bases attempt tonight by either team. Ball away. 2-0. To Alexa. I think some of it has to do with the ability that Val Kolstead can actually throw the ball extremely hard down. So that has something. I think it's just a matter of respect to the catchers that can throw you out fairly easily. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Alexa Deming. Away. Ball 3, 3-1. Presley walks back to first. It's 3-1. Called by Coach Neubauer. Hard hit to the gap between second and a shortstop and third. Advance the runners, first and second. Good piece of hitting. Now we bring up Kai Rollins, and who is on yard last time. We bring her up. But so far, I've enjoyed the freshman pitcher. She is really spinning it. Ball 1 to Kai Rollins. Foul ball. It's a North Dakota boat. Just looking at a picture of a walleye boat, North Dakota, that my friend has. That I wouldn't mind being walleye fishing. This would be known as a walleye chop night. I'd be all over that. I'd be enjoying that. Fake bunt slash swing. Foul ball down right field. 2 strikes, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hey, you guys went fishing last week. Did you guys catch anything?
Mr. Horsley and I...
We had a softball game, and we'll stay focused on the softball game.
The question by Mr. Parsegian, the executive director, said, we went fishing last week. We did. And that's what we'd call it. We did not say we caught or we were catching. We were fishing. That's it. Hard. That back to back. 2 home runs by Kylie Rollins. Back to our truck.
Back to back. Very impressive.
Kai Rollins showing some power on senior night. Once again, Lucretia Atwood is running out. She's going to be exhausted after this night. I think she's ran more tonight than I have maybe in the last couple of years, Mr. Horsley.
That is distinctly possible. You've been invited multiple times over and over to take your new shoes on a run, but have those shoes been used?
They have not. I picked those up at the Universal sale, and they look nice.
They do look nice because they haven't been used.
No scuffs.
No scuffs.
No,
That's
they
a big
clean.
thing with the kids these days. They do not like their kids.
They
used
do
stuff.
not.
I don't understand
They don't
that.
want their kicks scuffed up. But I tell you what, this is anybody who's scouting Belgrade now all of a sudden has to put another individual on the board as a power hitter.
You're number 8?
Number 8 hitter, or 9. I think it's your 9. Your 9 hitters going yard twice on this night. And now are we having we have a conversation out there.
Sounds like Mr. Coach Mangold is saying something about missing the plate, missing the base.
Yep, so maybe there must have been a request on a miss the base on a home run jog, maybe?
And Butch said the official said he called her safe when she touched the plate, so he's saying she's safe.
Yeah, I'd have a hard time. I know she's went yard twice today, and it may be excited, but I have a hard time believing we're going to miss a base on a home run jog. But nonetheless, there was some confusion, some going on. So Maddie Krieger, who went yard in just about 2 hours ago, getting a chance to bat.
Was it the same pitcher? Might even be the same pitcher.
It is the same pitcher.
Ooh.
Going opposite, there's not many players I've seen the last couple of years that can go the opposite direction as good as Maddie Krieger can.
I can think of one.
Who's your name? Maybe Calista Paco? I'd say Calista Paco would be the other one. Forever and ever and ever, I never saw Calista strike out. I don't think I saw her strike out until travel last summer or some crazy number. But
pretty impressive.
She had a great run. She could go the other way as well. She had great balance. Maddie has good balance and equal amount of power. Good cut there. 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hey, I just watched the replay on Panther Live, and Rollins hit every bag. So I'm not sure what we were upset about.
That is exactly why we have instant replay. And so instant replay review that said that we touched every bag. Opposite way, hit Hoppy in the on deck circle.
Where?
I've always wondered about that, Greg. We always say you're on deck, or are you in the hole?
On deck.
I know, but then why is there the circle out there that says? So I've always said, why should we say if the next person up to bat is on deck, and then such and such is in the hole? It should be the opposite. It should be the next person up should be in the hole.
Should we make it a square?
That's what I would think.
Yeah.
Can you talk to the rules committee about
we
that?
need
See
a
what we can do for
nationwide rules committee. I'm sure I'm not the only person that have ever thought that way. I think definitely good pickup by third baseman. Throw her out at first base. Nice play.
But back to that thought, you do think differently. Something outside the box, so that's
okay. I was actually told not to name names, but her name was Michelle Deming, and she said, "Yeah, you are different." I just heard that maybe last night. I said, "Okay."
Well, the difference not always bad.
Nah, not bad. So you see life differently, I suppose. Katie Hoppy, now that's here's an individual who I could see maybe saying, I'm going to find the other side of the fence. She's had 2 great at-bats so far. And it's coming in. Do I call it? Oh, to the base of the fence. I think that if there was any watchers, and if that would have gone yard, I would have had a busy schedule for the prophecies.
I thought I was your first client.
You were, but I think my scheduler became full if I predicted that one.
Become rich and build a dome.
Yes, I would be a big financial booster of not only Panther Live, but I already do, but I eat tacos at taco time. Like, they go out of style. Man, they have the best tacos at taco time. Oh, that is gone. There's no question about this.
Paco's car.
See ya, Lady Morgan back here again. Lady Morgan with a 2-run shot. Now I'm losing track. Is that now 6 batters?
6 separate batters.
6 separate batters.
Doubled up.
5. Okay, 5 batters. Hurry, Corbin, go get it. I had to yell at Corbin Freeze to go get that home run ball. I thought they were going to throw that one back in. Those ones on senior night. Even though Lainey Morgan is only a junior, she has just been seeing the ball really, really well. So just like that, a very close game early on. But I think there's something to be said here, Bert. And what I'm trying to say is, when Greg was on the mic, we were a very close game. It's 3-3, 4-4. 5-4. I think when you jumped on, all of a sudden the mojo changed. All of a sudden we put up 5. We went 9-5, and then we went 13-5, and then we went 17-6 that you jumped on.
I think I got a new role at state tournament.
Well, what do you think about that, Greg?
I'm out. Whatever helps, I'll do it.
Greg is the
Bert is the man.
Bert is the man. Greg is a consummate team player. He's like, whatever it takes for these girls to be successful, we are all in.
We may have cracked the code. We might be on it.
We may have found something. And so the only thing that can stop us now is for one of us to be prevented to getting in the park at Frenchtown at State. Hopefully we're there. Hopefully our girls are there. The Panther Live will be there. I just hope Belgrade will be there playing in it.
Hopefully a 1 p.m. game.
I know, as my daughter said on senior night, that's a nice piece of hitting right there, going the opposite way.
Get two.
Fumbled. We're going 2 on this one, and now we're going to go 3. She's digging it out. She's going to get there. Upstanding with a triple by Ty Atwood. Now, does that make up for her errant base running early on?
I don't think anything's getting crossed off the pad.
Nothing gets crossed off the yellow pad. And no, the answer is that is not going to make up for her errant base running. But that was a good piece of running right there. So, opposite field by the senior Ty Atwood. Something I don't see her do often, Greg. She's a pull hitter, solid center to left side. Inside out swing. Pitch opposite way again. That's going to score easily. Olivia Cook, she's going 2. Olivia Cook has just run so well on the base path.
She's had a night.
She has had a night. She's in nicely at 2. I like the way she's run on the bases. She's ran hard. She's been very efficient and known when to take an extra base. And so now we have a timeout by Lewistown. Comes to the mound. Maybe a pitch change. Looks like somebody's running in. Possibly we have a new pitcher coming out. But just once again, hopefully Michelle doesn't hear that.
Well, I'll tell her.
I'm sure you will.
Ever since it was brought to my attention.
Yes, I know. That's what they say. You bring things to the person's attention, and all of a sudden the focus becomes on that.
Well, I'm your accountability partner.
Yes, we are. We are accountable to each other. It keeps us in line, maybe, most of the time. So Olivia Cook has had a tremendous game, and even on a senior night where the seniors have had their moments and shined, there's some moments by our juniors. We've had 3 home runs by our juniors as well. Number 6, maybe? Is this number 6? Everybody's younger than me. Check the eyes and see what the number is. Yeah, he's taking a quick break. Let's see if the mojo, you can jump on, Greg. Jump on and see if we can't help Fergus out a little bit. Yeah, give Lewistown some respect. How's your toes in the leather shoes?
Oh, these are doing all right. They're a little wet up.
So when do we want? So Greg, what do you think? 2 blow-up innings? I don't even know what we've scored.
I don't know, but I put the earmuffs back on. It's warm again.
So the boys in the shorts, they may have to jump in Parsegian's truck and get warmed up a little bit.
Yeah, at least my ears are getting warm again, though.
People that are listening to Panther Live that listen throughout the basketball season are probably saying, who did he say, Parsegian or Parsegian? I say it differently every time, so not to confuse the audience at all.
And then when they call him Mr. Parr.
Yeah, that adds another wrinkle to it.
Yeah.
And but this has been a great thing for Belgrade this year. We started at the end of last year, and I think this year it really has grown. And it's provided an opportunity for a lot of people out of town to watch the game and that usually couldn't be here. And I think that's a great opportunity for these people with this streaming device of YouTube. So nice job by them to get it going, and he and Mr. Damjanovic have just do a great job during the basketball season of announcing the games.
No, this is a great opportunity, and like you said, exposure, and it's just a neat deal.
Yeah, and the girls can go back and watch it, and you know, something that they don't generally get to do in softball is watch the game on film. Yeah. I know it's becoming more common, I suppose, but you know, for us to be able to do these games for them, they can go back and watch the game, and you know, they're going to be awfully pleased the way they've played so far. Oh, that's a hard hit. That's to the fence. That's going to score Olivia Cook easily up, standing up easy. It's a stand-up double for Heather Gear. She's hit the ball extremely well tonight on senior night. She's seeing the ball all really well this year. Heather Gear stand-up double. Presley Jacobson comes in. I still, Greg, for the life of me, cannot see the number on the pitcher.
I do believe, again, because she's a lefty and she was in the sub-varsity game, I believe it's Macy Mangold.
Macy Mangold,
yeah,
so sophomore, and it does have her as a pitcher on the roster, so it surely could be. So the freshman and now a sophomore are going to go up against a pretty good hitting senior class, along with the great hitting juniors.
Yeah, yes, it is. It's amazing the lineup. It's good power.
Yes.
Good hitting. Just good
hitting.
skill.
Good contact hitting.
Yes.
You know, I started thinking about that. You know, there hasn't been many strikeouts by the Panthers tonight, Greg.
Nope. Like you said, hopefully they're getting into a groove, that they're seeing the ball like Coach Mike likes to say, watermelons.
Yeah. Nice pitch there. Really dropped it. It was a nice dropped out of nowhere right into the strike zone. And I've compared this before. You know, I don't want us to be the best shooting team until the very end, and I think that's the same with softball. I think, you know, if we're beginning of the year, we were all worried about we're not hitting the ball, and I know Coach was talking about we need to start hitting the ball. Well, that's early, and the goal is to be the best hitting team you can at the end, and you can really see these girls are starting to see the ball much better.
Sure.
To walk. So first and second with 2 outs, Alexa Deming's going to come up to the plate. The one thing I've noticed with the hitting is it all comes down to the amount of time they drill, and they drill and they drill and they drill. And like I talked to a fellow teacher, Mr. Robinson, tonight, and he's like, man, every time I come over here, they're breaking down drill sessions, and they are always hitting and working on things. And you're going to see that pay off. It's hard. Hit down the line. He gets fired, but no, they call it foul. That was close down the line. Could have scored 2. But as you were gone, we continued to do the same. Contact, hit. Heather hit the ball hard to the fence. Lex is up now. Runners first and second, 2 outs. That's up.
That's high.
Yep, so 2-1. 2-1 now.
Well, we've talked a lot about this team is, you know, just how solid they are as players. But you know, I don't deal with them too often disciplinary wise. I can't think of anybody on the team I ever dealt with disciplinary wise. But just you know, really, it's just a quality group of students. You know, I get to know them through testing. So a lot of them are doing their AP tests this last week, and you know, I get to see the juniors with ACT and the sophomores with CRT. But they're all just high-quality individuals.
They are, like you said. You see some of them in the AP test. They challenge themselves by taking some hard classes, and I've had a chance to see some of them in my classroom eat lunch throughout the last 4 years, and they come in and use that as a cafeteria. That's popped up. That might be caught. It is. That's not a very good piece of hitting by Alexa on barreling that one up. But nonetheless, as you mentioned, the girls are quality girls. They're taking some very tough classes, and you know, they've challenged themselves, and they have big hopes. And sometimes I look at some of these teams that are really good. Sometimes they just want to get to the postseason, but it seems like this team has really enjoyed the season they've played, and they've enjoyed the games, and and they'll be ready by the end. There's no question. But they've enjoyed the season. They've had a lot of fun. They've won a lot of games. What is it now, Greg? Are we? If we were to say we win this game, this might be 14 in a row. And early on, it looked like this was going to be a tremendous game, and then all of a sudden the floodgates opened, and we started batting the ball and hitting the ball hard, and base running improved. And
so you get through the pitching once or twice, an inning or two, and they get in.
Yeah, as Mr. Paco was just talking about here behind us, he was just talking about seeing the pitcher. If you can get through them once or twice and you start to size up that timing, that's exactly what they've done. So nice job by the Panthers to continue to hit the ball, and starting to be somewhat of a beautiful night out here on the Panther field. The temperature isn't great, but it is starting to be beautiful.
Oh, look at those flags there. That's huge.
That's
that
just
wind
straight.
being
Yeah,
gone makes a
that
big
was
difference.
cold.
It was cold.
That wind was cold.
That was very cold.
So
they can consider some odd options for
So here we go. We're at the bottom of 5, top of 5. So Lewistown's going to have to score at least 3 runs, probably 4 runs to continue the game. So Aaron's in, strike 1. First pitch, swinging, miss. Pitch 2, swing, miss. So just like that, 0 for 2. Erin could work on her game here. She could maybe pitch something different here, but we'll see what happens. Pitch. 3 strikes, 3 balls, 3 strikes, 3 swings. Just like that, 1 down. Alexa's working on her form. Everybody's huddling up in the middle, and we have some form throws.
He's going to put Ty Atwood in.
Oh, we have a changeup that we have not seen all year. We have a changeup. We have a senior pitcher coming in from center field. Looks like Ty Atwood is going to get the ball in the circle. This is pretty special, to be honest with you. Ty's done a lot for the program in 4 years, and they're trying to coax her to get in the circle and throw some pitches. She's like, how do you put this face mask on, number 1? Yeah, that's the first option, is how do you get this thing on? She's never had to do that. Erin Elgis is running in, and she's telling her which ones. But here goes Ty Atwood's warming up, not settling in yet, but we're going to give her a couple warm-ups, but also goes by the nickname Rudy. That was a nice pitch there, but this to some, this might be a little bit of a shock, but I can tell you personally, I have seen Ty pitch before in travel seasons a couple of years ago, and she is no slouch. She can swing it. She can pitch it. She can spin it. Don't be misled. She can. She's an athlete. She's a softball player, a tremendous one at that. And I'm not going to be too surprised if she doesn't do quite well in the mound. So
she's been hitting the zone there.
Yeah, she's been throwing it good. And I know what a shock, what an exciting moment for a senior to come in and be able to pitch on senior night. I think all of the seniors are pretty excited to have their comrade in arms. I haven't seen Alexa move that quick in a long time. Everybody's running in and out. There's no sort of a break. It's mass confusion here. But now we're going to settle in. Our girls are going to get to their spots. We have a new center fielder. I have not seen a center field here in 4 years other than Ty Atwood. Erin Elgis goes to center. Here goes Ty Atwood going to sling the first pitch. I believe this will be her first pitch she's ever thrown in high school. And Erin Elgis steps right in a position that it is right to set. Nice pitch, good piece of hitting. She said, size that up. Is she going to dig for 3? No, we're going to go to 2. Alexa picks the ball up on a 1 hop, and nonetheless, stand-up double. Ty Atwood throws the first pitch. First pitch would have been a strike. Through a strike, and that's all you ask for. And I'd like to give my props to our cameraman. We have a new cameraman that's been substituted in, and that happens to be, that's Mr. Parsegian.
It sure is.
And the camera, the man of all trades.
Mike's been planning that since the second game of the year.
So this is jack of all trades, master of none. Who quoted that? That's another one of those things that I've been quoted as well, I think. So
you did drop 2 trees in my yard.
We did. We still got to clean that up a little bit. We landed that one within just inches of where I wanted to, so that was good. We passed that test. That's a good piece of hitting. That's something you don't see all the time. Greg is a slap hitter going the other way. That one did, so. So.
That means Atwood has good speed on the ball?
Good speed, maybe. She was behind. So here comes Ty with a 1-1, 1 out. Runner in scoring position is second. Ty with the pitch. Spun it in there nicely. There we go. There's.
Change up there.
Does Ty have a change up in her bag? We're going to find out. This would be a pitch to throw it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out.
See if she hits the one spot that Coach likes.
Yeah. I can hear Coach Neubauer saying 1 spot here, and so we'll see what it is. She did, actually. That looked awfully good. She actually had some spin.
Bad call by the umpire.
Greg says, I'm going to follow that up.
Cheap seats.
Easy from the cheap seats to criticize the officiating and the umps. It is from 350 feet. That's going the other way, though. 1 hop to hold her up. Yes, they held her up. Gets by third base, so nobody's covered. Good job by Heather Garrett.
That's it.
Conscious awareness of, as I say in basketball, a see it and fix it person. And right there was an errant throw that got away. We had a scramble. Ty probably didn't know where she's supposed to cover because she hasn't played pitcher. So all of a sudden, Heather Garrett comes running in from her base to cover home that prevents that girl on third from scoring. Ty's throwing strikes, and that's all you can ask. Good pitch by Ty. And Butcher, I believe, did go to advance to second. So we have 2 girls in scoring position for Lewistown. 19-6, top of 5.
1 out.
1 out. Ty takes a pitch. Throws it in. You know, I'm out here at 300 feet or whatever it is. I don't even know, Greg, what it is, but I can tell you the velocity is there.
There's some
you can hear the ball hitting Hoppy's glove with some velocity. And that one looked like it had some spin, so she's up on the count again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Bases are not loaded. Bases second and third are occupied. Scoring position. The pitch, good hit to the gap. Goes to the fence. They score 2. Stand-up double for Lewistown. Hannah Hayes, I believe, with a stand-up double that scores 2. So just like that, we give up 2 runs. It's 19-8.
You're just putting them right in the right spots. I mean, it's not that Ty's pitching poorly.
No, and the object of pitching is to strike girls out, but other than that is to put the ball in position where they can hit it and not walk them, and that's exactly what she's doing. She hasn't got a strikeout, but she's putting the ball in position where they are hitting it, and now our defenses will be asked to make plays, and like you said, their hits are seeing eyes. They're not being hit to any of our girls. They're hitting the gaps. Nice job by hitting by them. So just like that, 1 out still, 19-8. Girl in second base scoring position. Here comes the pitch high. Second ball that was up. So 2-0. First time that we've seen a batter get ahead. 2-0. Good pitch. Oh. Right back to Ty. First
stop.
2 outs. Nice job fielding her position.
That was great.
Could have challenged to get the girl at third, but nonetheless, we got the out at first. So here we are. We're girl on third base. It's 19-8. There's 2 outs. And I have to believe this is Val, just because the way she puts the bat on the shoulder. And that's something you don't see Val do, is go the other way ever.
It was a hard shot the other way.
Hard shot. I had a chance to travel with Val all summer last year with Callista Pockle and the Montana Dirt team. And It's a lot of fun, but I noticed that Val has a quick bat speed and tried to slow it down. They put the bat on the shoulder, and I've never seen her do that. She's always been like 50 to 70 yards down the
so the bat's actually resting on her
shoulder all the way. See, it sits on her shoulder the entire time, and the idea was to slow it down. She's too quick with the bat, so by putting it on the shoulder the entire time, they're hoping that that's a delayed reaction, but she still can catch up. She's usually puts it in the other field way over there, so she usually is such a big-time pole hitter. Here we go, 0-2. And she gets a strikeout on senior night just like that. Ty Atwood comes in and closes out the deal. 19-8 with the strikeout. Senior night. Awful exciting time down there by the Panthers. The girls are really excited for the seniors. Seniors had a tremendous night. The juniors had great support. It was a good team effort. Our defense was solid. Our pitching was on. And give props to Lewistown. They hit the ball pretty hard at times tonight.
Yeah, they did. They did.
I don't know if with 5 home runs. Oh, here we are.
Thanks.
If there was a campfire right here, I'd be much happier.
We'd be doing all right.
We'd be doing, we'd like the stars better, but we'd take anything with the campfire. So here we are. We'd call this, I'm not sure if this is the A team. Let me pull on that cord a little bit more for you.
Thank you.
So
that'd be great.
So with 5, I believe we had 5 people hit home runs tonight. Kai Rollins with 2. I'm guessing, just throwing that out there, that she might be player of the game. It's got to be Kai Rollins or Olivia Cook, but let's give it to a senior. See who this ends up
I didn't do bad.
Ty did a nice job. Heather Gear pounded one. She went yard and almost took out Pockel's vehicle. So,
I mean, that would have done it for me.
That would have done it. If she'd hit the back window, that would have been just give her all the rest of the
that's right.
Rest of the trophy, the medals as we go. So,
yeah,
it's a nice senior night. The seniors have had a great run. Greg, you'd probably be more educated on this. I can't remember the last time that the Panthers have been beat here.
Here at home?
Yes.
I don't know. It's probably been years.
It's been a couple of years. Last year we got beat in Helena, to Helena Capital by 3.
So, I mean, Capital came here and beat us.
Yeah.
This year. That's right.
Capital did.
They did come here, and so.
We haven't lost to an A.
No, we have not lost to an A opponent here in a long time. So that was a good effort by the Panthers. Pretty exciting finish. The seniors, what a great finish for them.
A lap.
Got their couple of laps, and that will be just the warm-up before they get to the yellow tab of at least 1 for Ty Atwood.
Who's that out there in the league?
Well, that's Alexa Deming. She's all in. She's 100% effort, and she will lead by example. I taught her how to run, Mr. Horsley. Mr. Parsons.
We just stay here and hang out for a couple more hours?
I'll tell you right now, there's a fire right here.
I'm not going anywhere.
We wouldn't leave. Okay. I can tell you that.
This is going to possibly go down as the longest live stream in Panther Live history, as we're now at 2 hours and 36 minutes. We never did that in basketball. Thanks for...
Try to play them fast. I didn't. If you noticed, Par, I didn't use a lot of timeouts.
Yeah. But let's go ahead and sign this one out. What do you say?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you have a sign-out call? Well, if you're doing the state championship, you better get one.
I will get one. I will definitely come up with one. It could be a Lyle Lovett. It could be a Grateful Dead. Could be a Collective Soul, if anybody knows who they are. We'll come up with something, but right now we'll just say the non-Pike Slayer signing out.
Likewise.
There we go.
All right, that's it.
Later on.
Panther Live out.